She know it, but I won't let her get under my skin. Down in Georgia, where the blues run deep, crooked justice, a secret they keep. But I see through her lies, I see the truth. Gonna make her pay for what she do. Fanny's got a reputation to uphold, but her tactics are shady. Story untold, she thinks she's clever, but I'm on to her game. I'll expose her ways and put her to shame.
Heyo, folks! Welcome. It is Friday afternoon, and it's Friday panel show. We are going to talk about what might be the topic this week. Could it be? Yes, of course it is. The Young Thug trial, at least for the first hour, and then it is a free for all mayhem. Welcome, everybody. You in the chat, you, my regulars, and a bunch of other people. Thank you for being here. This week has been really interesting, to say the least. And I have with me a few people that will help me dissect and discuss and everything about this case. All right. First of all, I want to bring on, you've seen her here before. Hello, Kat.
Hello. Long time no see.
Long time no see. What a week. What a week.
Yeah.
Now, I must admit, after the morning session, I had dinner, I had a nap, I woke up about half an hour ago, and then I saw, because I had it all, the trial on the audio stream on in the background. I'm like, okay, I need to rewind here a bit, but it's only half an hour until the show, so you have to fill me in a bit. But helping with that, I have a first timer on my show. Hello, Rachel.
Oh, hi everyone. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Thanks for including me.
Oh, thank you for being here. And as I heard on another show, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I've been sleeping all day. I'm unproductive. Here we are. But yeah, I'll have a baby in end of January, beginning of February, and then I guess it might be worth it. We'll find out.
You're gonna be our stopwatch for this trial. How much longer it goes on?
Oh, yeah. And next guest is somebody who have been here before. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Hi,
Kayla in the car.
Always. I'm leaving from Mr.
And she's gone.
She always gets a call.
She's back.
Or Mr. Where?
Y'all know I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm leaving from Mr. Jeff's podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope Miss Sylvia has an invitation, so I hope she will show up here. Next guest is a person who also haven't been here before. Sadie Nash.
Hey. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. I'm an old guy. I need my nap. I had my nap. I'm good. Have
you had any beverages to go with after, to wake you up? Is the real question.
I might have options. I don't have a glass at the moment. But while I go get myself a glass to pour myself a nice one, you'll talk amongst yourself and present yourself in case somebody doesn't know who you all are. Let's go that way.
Ladies first, of
Right
course.
back.
Cat Not Williams. Obviously not Cat Williams. You guys probably, if you do know me from YSL, like everybody else in this panel. I hang out. I'm in Florida. I don't do much else with my time except hang out on the internet. That's all I've got. What about you, Rachel?
Well, I've got dogs. I got a baby cooking. I try to do criminal defense sometimes. And I'm also closely following the Young Thug case because I'm friends with a bunch of the criminal defense attorneys and I've got beef with some of the prosecutors. So I'm enjoying watching the ruckus and commenting on it in my free time. How about you, Steady?
Oh man, I don't know if I can follow that at all. That's
You got it. You got it.
Steady Nash. I basically, I don't know. I don't even want to know how I want to say this, but just an opinionist on everything that I see happening. And I go by the term of the hood lawyer now, so that's based off of a bevy of things. But from previous cases to up until now, been doing YouTube about 3 years. I've amassed a pretty good following, I would say, and I'm here, commenting and enjoying the debauchery that follows and continues to go.
Okay.
Taylor, that'll be your turn now.
Okay,
Yes.
I was disconnected. What's the question?
Who are you and what's up with
Just
you?
introduce yourself.
Kayla passes the smell test.
Okay, I guess I'm an attorney, guys, and that's me. I don't know what else to say.
You saw Shart mentioned you in his new filing? Not
No,
you,
what'd
like
you
he
say?
didn't. He said that he was saying that all the stuff that the state is doing doesn't pass the test. So
Yeah.
he's recalling that moment.
Yeah, I have it. I heard a bit about it on Cat's stream, but I actually haven't read Mr. Shart's motion yet. So this will come up as we go along. I saw.
Just to be clear, did you see they came back into the courtroom today after the long crime streams completely ended? They had to start a new stream because they came back from recess into court.
No.
And
I just seen
they bombs flew, you guys. Maybe we should just watch that. It should be a short stream because
It's like
they came
20
back on
minutes,
to the
isn't it?
stream. Yeah, you guys want to watch that? It's a lot. It's a lot in it.
Yes, I want to see it.
It's
Because they
good.
got new motions filed too in the last 30 minutes in the last hour.
Let's see
We should
here.
let's do this watch party. Nick, I can't believe you haven't seen it. You're gonna love it.
I haven't seen it either.
Me neither. I was
I
sleeping.
seen it, but I didn't see it.
My chat was yelling at me while I was reading the motion. So I started reading the motion and they're like, she's boomering. I'm like, what am I boomering about? Can you guys not hear? And then I realized the court was back, but on a whole new stream.
Okay, let's see here. I have it. Let's bring it up.
I'm gonna mute myself.
This I haven't heard at all. Volume
Lady in Pink.
boosted.
Ugh. God.
All right. This is completely new for me, by the way.
Same here.
If there's anything that either team member is aware of that we need to provide, we'll provide.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, see y'all at 8:45 on Monday, 9 on Monday. Yes, Mr.
No, it starts right away.
Let's say 9. Y'all did such a good job today. I'm going to give y'all 15 extra minutes to sleep. 9 o'clock on Monday. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I just wanted to bring it to the court's attention that I know that Mr. Weinstein has an outstanding motion that he renewed maybe 48 hours ago.
Which was.
You might go about my trial? Yes.
Oh, no, I know. He has a supplement to that. And I thought I said this morning, that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend.
And I have some bad news for you.
What's that? You
as
have
we
more
head
to
into the
add?
week- Yes, Mr. Weinstein's a faster writer than I am, but
He is a good writer.
he is.
It's very kind of you.
Welcome.
So I recently filed while we were in court, a motion for a fair trial seeking remedies. Oh, and I will email, it was just filed. And I will email it over. Mr. Steele brought up the desire to have an evidentiary hearing on these matters. I know that
On which matters?
the ex parte communications and the impropriety.
Yeah, like wanting to cross-examine the, oh, yes,
Calling
wanting
John
to
Melnick.
put Mr. Melnick's testimony. And yes, I had said that you could give me a proffer, and if you're ready to do that, we can do that.
Well,
Y'all don't want to do just a proffer.
Mr. Steele was the, spoke to Mr. Melnick, but yeah.
Okay, all right. So with regard to the motion, Mr. Shart, that you filed within the last few hours, if you could email that to Ms. Persifield, I'll take a look at that over the weekend as well. Mr. Steele, if you want to be heard on I'm glad. Thanks for the reminder to circle back on that. I had said, talk to Mr. Melnick and you can put a proffer on the record. So if you're ready to do that, we can do that now.
I need more time because I did speak with Mr. Melnick. I told him what your honorable court said. He stated that it was very nice. He said that I was not getting permission for him to like to address the court himself. Okay.
Oh.
That's what he told me. So I can't make a proffer because I don't have the information. I have him under subpoena, like I told
Okay.
you.
What do you have him under subpoena for? When?
2-hour call. 2-hour call.
Okay. Well, can you proffer to me? I know you can't say, here's what he would say, but how about tell me why it is that you think this is something relevant to this trial at this stage, considering that Judge Glanville has already been recused. And maybe y'all want me to, I have not finished reading all of the material and all of the case law, so I don't know what my decision is going to be on the supplemented motion for mistrial that Mr. Weinstein filed on behalf of Mr. Kendrick. Do y'all want, I will rule this weekend. Do you want to wait and see what that is? Or do you want to just tell me why is it that anything Mr. Melnick might have to say in defense of himself matters for the trial? It might matter for everybody's, what they feel about their professional reputation. I get that. But for this trial, why does that matter?
So under CAR, C-A-R-R versus state, it's a 19, I think, I don't know, 97 case, 98. It was the case that the gentleman owned Pike's Nursery, I think, the house burned down.
Yeah.
There's great language in there about prosecutorial duties.
All right.
And it talks about that the prosecutors need to they carry the burden. They can charge people. They can ruin people's lives just by the charge. And they have a duty to the public to be open and candid.
Sure.
So, and all lawyers do, but especially prosecutors. And Mr. Melnick, I know this because he did say this, and that's why he wants to address you, because he was not mad at me. He said he needs to have it on the record himself because he said that what the state was saying is not accurate.
Okay.
And I think that goes into your analysis of why there was a meeting in the first place. I don't think that it was appropriate, and I'm not picking on anybody, but like the Honorable Judge Krause said, if I was going to ask this Honorable Court for an ex parte meeting, I believe that the way I always have it is there's a buffer. You have somebody say, what is it about?
Yeah.
I tell you, and I have to be candid. And if I'm not, in hindsight, you would probably, I assume, or any court would tell me, you had no right to do that because you got it with false pretense.
Okay.
Mr. Melnick is going to say that what Adrian Love said to the judge is just patently not true. The emails, or description of the emails is untrue. And there's no way to say that's inadvertent because she said that on Friday the 7th versus Monday the 10th, she kept talking about these emails and she changes her statement. So anyway, I believe that it's.
All right, the best evidence of that would be, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just somebody give me the emails.
I did. I put it in my motion that I filed when I found out this honorable court was the court. And I forget what I titled, I can find out for you. But
Okay, I'll go back and look at those.
it was a motion, it had two parts to it. And it said, I really don't want, as I told you, I don't want a mistrial. I just want to make it right. And I want the record to be good. So anyway, Mr. Melnick is going to take to task, and you make a credibility determination. Adrian Love, John Melnick's statements. He also adds that he states that he and his client, and he did not tell me, I said, I don't want to know because it's attorney-client privilege. But he's going to work on it. He said, I assume that's a waiver. I'm assuming that with his client. He's saying that what Ms. Hilton said to the court and by both courts is not accurate also.
All right.
Then I have information that there's off, so it's not in the transcript. So Mr. Weaver is either not there or definitely not recording it, that Mr. Copeland did talk about the killing of Donovan Thomas, said it's not on the transcript. And that would be either Brady, if it's an inconsistency.
So wait, so that I understand what you mean, you are saying that you have reason to believe that in the June 10th ex parte meeting, once Mr. Copeland was a part of that he talked about the killing of Nutt at a time when Judge Glanville was in the room? Because there were definitely two different portions where at one point he and Ms. Bumpus talked privately, which obviously nobody recorded because the court, at least the record reflects the court reporter and the court and whomever left the chambers so that they could talk privately. So it's entirely possible he talked to her about that. That wouldn't be on the record and it shouldn't be on the record. Nobody else heard it. And then there was another portion where I believe the court left so that I don't know if it was you, Miss Hilton, or I think Miss Hilton, Miss Bumpus, and Mr. Copeland could talk together.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's not privileged.
Okay. All right.
There was substantive conversation about the killing of Mr. Copeland.
Okay. So
and Ms. Hilton,
hang on. I'm jotting some notes for myself. Give me just a second. All right, and you have reason to believe that whatever Mr. Copeland said at that point in time in front of the prosecution is something that is Brady material.
impeachment.
Okay, impeachment. Okay, and therefore Brady. Okay.
So that's why I wanted to put.
All right, thank you.
And call the prosecutors. Now, they may say that didn't happen. And I assume that's what they're going to say because they would have a Brady obligation to run out and say, dude, this happened, this man said this. But they didn't say that with anything. So I don't trust that the Brady was being complied. That's why I asked you again today, please, can you put some teeth into Brady? Because Mr. Copeland did say on the record, I'm a liar. That is Brady. That's like the greatest Brady.
Well, you got that. So
but I got that because
I know, but you have it now, so it's not Brady, just like you just said.
It's still a Brady violation, in my opinion.
How about that? By Judge Glanville and the prosecutor. They knew about it because they were in the room when that was discussed. That's objectively true. So anyway, I'm just telling the court, I was not there. I don't want to make specious allegations against anyone. That's why I want to get it right. And that's why I asked you to have an evidentiary hearing.
Okay.
But I believe that there's Brady evidence. I have a good faith belief. I'm telling you everything I know. I'm told that it's not privileged, that Miss Bumpus, Miss Hilton, Mr. Copeland spoke, and it's not in the transcript. And Mr. Copeland was talking about his information on the killing of Donovan Thomas. Because you have to remember, in the statements, he has himself not involved.
Mm-hmm.
He has himself learning about from another person.
Right.
And my understanding is that is not what he said. That's inconsistent on June 10th. And I did not get that from Ms. Hilton. If that's wrong, but I can't ignore what I'm being told.
Okay, well, that's new information for this court, so.
That's what I wanted to call the witnesses because.
All right, well, you didn't tell me that before.
Okay, well, I didn't mean not to tell you that. I'm not trying to be open, but that's the reason I wanted to call witnesses.
Okay, I mean, that's, okay.
Additionally, Your Honor,
Yes.
at some point, I believe, you're going to have to make a finding of fact on the propriety of these ex parte communications.
Oh, I know. That's a
And-
part of Mr.
Right.
Weinstein's motion for mistrial. Yeah.
And you know, I don't want to be a witness. I mean, I could say that there was absolutely no reason for it, and there was no cause for the state to even have these concerns. But Mr. Melnick can explain, you know, if he was conspiring with me and Mr. Steele to obstruct justice, I doubt he'd want to come in here and talk about it, but the state can ask him about it and get to the bottom of it. But I don't think that's what the testimony is going to be.
Okay,
And I think that's important for the court to know.
Okay, well, I don't know that whether it's true or not is what matters. It's what it looked like at the time to the state to give them a reason to say to Judge Glanville, we have some concerns. We might like to talk to you about it. Just heads up, we're going to do some research. We'll get back to you. And by the way, y'all, I know that everybody, whenever we were here last, was that yesterday or the day before? Wednesday. So Tuesday, I gave y'all the transcript from the 7th. And Wednesday, a couple of people made some statements about, oh my gosh, now lo and behold, we find out there's been yet another ex parte we never ever knew about. And actually, when you go back to the transcript of the June 7th, 2024 court proceedings, on page 95, on the record, before court adjourns for the day, is when the prosecution says, hey, by the way, we might need an ex parte, or we need an ex parte. And then it is definitely still on the record in court where y'all all heard not the content of the ex parte, but that the state wanted an ex parte because people from the defense say other things on the record after that. So in open court, y'all were notified that they wanted one. So, I mean, it's not quite the salacious revelation that y'all made it out to be.
Can I respond to that?
Yes.
So as in the King case that the state is relying on, the state has to make a showing of necessity for public, the necessity for the public interest for the for immunity to be granted by the court.
Okay.
And I was under the impression, I think a very reasonable deduction was that they were simply going back there. And I agree, they did announce an open court and we didn't know the substance, but I think a fair, reasonable deduction would be that they were going back there to present the basis for granting immunity. Little did we know that they had already done that and they were going back there to have that other conversation. So that's
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know y'all didn't know the substance of it, but
And wrapping back around to that.
yeah.
I don't know if there was, but I'm assuming that under the King case, since it wasn't, I guess, that afternoon of the 7th, maybe it was prior to that, maybe it was in the morning, maybe it was the afternoon of the 6th, but at some point under King, there would have been some type of an ex parte meeting where the state presented the reason that they needed that immunity. I don't know if that was done on the record, if there was a transcript of that, but if there was, we have not received that either.
Well, there better not be anything else that
Well, how did they
occurred
get?
as a meeting, because I told everybody on Tuesday, stand up and tell me anything there is. Did y'all do anything beyond the motion to get the immunity order for Mr. Copeland?
No.
Okay,
So we submitted a motion.
right. And they have a copy of that, and that's,
Right.
all right,
Right.
Okay.
That was,
okay.
and Judge, I also state that at the time, I'm not certain why it would be believed that we were trying to get the warrant or the immunity agreement, because Mr. Copeland was under arrest at the time that we stood up and made that announcement in court on the 7th. I think he had already been arrested, I
Well,
think.
you could be arrested and not have immunity for your testimony.
The judge had already told him he had immunity on the record.
Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, they're probably just trying to remember it themselves too, but. All right, well, Mr. Shard, I'll take a look at your new motion. And obviously I'll be looking at Mr. Weinstein's motion. And why don't, Mr. Steele, you plan to have Mr. Melnick here at 9-ish. I don't know whether I will hear from him or not, but okay.
And Your Honor, so that we are, I'm understanding is on Monday, we're having the matter that Mr. Steele wants to present Mr. Melnick for.
Maybe.
Would that be a collateral issue of?
Maybe.
Okay. So
if I end up hearing from the two of you on that, I'm not gonna make you not be prosecutors in the case anymore. We can hear that separately if I even hear it.
And okay, and so would Mr. Steele be allowed to introduce extrinsic evidence of a collateral issue that he's raising about the emails and things of that nature?
I mean, the emails are already in the record. I think he's complaining that at one point, I mean, the emails are what they are. And at one point you said, this was an email to me. And at another point you maybe said, I accidentally got copied on this email, but I think it's actually different parts of the email. I think there's actually an explanation for why that might sound inconsistent, but I'll go back and look at all of the transcripts. But beyond that, I mean, no, I don't think so. I don't know what he's got planned. Maybe you want to ask him, but I don't know if he's talking to you yet. So I don't know. We'll take it up Monday. All right.
One last thing, Your Honor. On Tuesday, I believe I brought to the court's attention whether or not the court would allow, if we get to Mr. Copeland next week, I know you said the jurors might not come back until Wednesday.
Right.
Substitution of counsel, and wanted to see if the court had made a decision or a ruling. One objection.
Yeah, I never got any kind of written anything or further objection from anybody. So I think there's just the one objection that I didn't get a real good reason for. Okay, yes, there may be a substitution if we end up examining him while you were gone. Thank you, Mr. Weinstein. All right, we're actually in recess now.
All right. That was interesting.
Oh,
sorry.
Kayla, her face.
Sorry.
Kayla, how you doing?
Well, I'm not the one who give legal advice. I'm not a practicing lawyer in the United States or anything. But I do know a thing about eventuality of being called as a witness and what you might or might not. But you're a lawyer yourself. You can handle yourself. Just saying. Oh.
I mean, that was my first time watching it, so
That was a lot to unpack.
I would imagine so.
I
And
want to know if it's
don't.
another ex parte. I wonder if they really got an ex parte to get that immunity motion signed.
Yeah, I mean, because he granted it the morning of the 7th. So if it was a morning of the 7th or evening of the 6th where they asked for the immunity, I believe it was the morning, because evening on the 6th was when Melnick emailed, if I remember correctly, the end of the email conversation between Melnick and Hilton and Love and potentially other people about pleading the 5th. So somewhere they need to have filed the motion, a motion to give him immunity, and that was granted by Judge Glanville. And it wasn't in open court because he handed it to them before court, before Woody took the stand. So there might be another secret ex parte meeting out there.
Also,
I think you'll like Shard's motion. Paragraph 10 talks about the reason given in the motion. The Fonnie Willis and Adrian Love motion for this immunity order. Paragraph 10 lays out the reason for it, because I think Shard's seen it now. Shard's seen that motion. We haven't.
Okay.
I just want to say real quick that as it relates to ex parte meetings, most of them are not caught by the court reporter. So to think that the only conversations that the judge is having with the prosecutors are with the court reporter present, you'd be kidding yourself. Clearly, there are conversations and strategic meetings that are happening outside of the presence of the court reporter. And as a result, that's how all these things are happening. And we don't know how they're happening because we don't have it in transcript. Thank God some of this was in front of a court reporter, because it at least gives us like bits and pieces of the puzzle so that we can try to put it all together. The judge, so, Kayla and I were talking about this. I appreciate the judge a little bit more than.
Kayla, she has issues with her phone.
Oh, okay. So Glanville, has his own issues, but this judge, she worked in that DA's office, and she concerns me because she's just so willing to excuse bad behavior from the DA's office. Like, well, now you have it now. Well, we have the parts that are caught by the court reporter.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what else we're talking about.
And it's still a Brady violation. I mean, in the Alec Baldwin case, they got, but that judge didn't find it excusable that they had it now after the fact, because it is still a Brady violation. I mean, you can't.
They don't care. Put
the toothpaste back into the horse or whatever it's called.
What?
Sure. Yeah, but that's exactly the problem. Then you want to assume that when the DA's office says that there was nothing else going on, and they say there was nothing else going on, you take them at their word. Are you nuts?
Yeah, I was on edge the whole time because it's like, what's next? Like, what's next? Oh my God, what's Brian gonna say next? Well, it's just too much.
Yeah. They're just talking out of both sides of their mouth. And the judge kind of laughing about it. Well, you have it now. We don't have all of it. And, I don't know if they're talking about where Woody may have told them that he told them that he possibly did some of these things and then they weren't going to turn that over. That is a Brady violation. When somebody else claims that they did something and they tell the prosecutors, and that could be a possible defense for the defendants who are being accused of doing the same thing, you have to turn that over. The fact that they'd given him immunity, the fact that he was under arrest, none of that matters. I don't understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, and
crazy.
That's assuming he said that too, though. I just, in my mind, I don't see why you would admit to unaliving somebody. But
he's got a lot of interesting strategies, but the state doesn't get to decide if it's truthful or not. They still have to turn it over, and then the defense gets to do what they want with it.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm kind of 50-50 on if that was ever said personally, but I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying I believe him, but
yeah, no, I'm saying I'm not sure that actually was said in those chambers, but I just, because part of that was when in just the transcripts, I'm just going off the transcripts. Essentially, what he was saying was basically, even if I said I did this, the feds gonna come and get me. You know what I mean? So it doesn't, interest wise, it doesn't make sense to me for him to even ever admit to saying that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I can admit my YSL bias. I tell people that all the time, even though they don't believe me, but it is what it is.
But what if there was something else that was Brady that was said that isn't about the murder?
That didn't make it onto the court reporter's transcript.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be about the unaliving. It could just be about anything, you know. I'm just saying, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, like how could we be confident in it? Yeah.
Well, I
How could we
wasn't
be
there,
confident?
but
Yeah, me neither. But to on my own chest, I called there's something missing really early. I'm just saying.
I love you, Kayla. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm sorry.
When I read that transcript, it took me roughly an hour and a half, an hour 35 minutes. The meeting was 2 hours 10. And I don't read that fast. And even with commentary and everything, and even because then the attorney-client conversation was according to later 7 to 10 minutes, something of that sort, if I remember correctly. That still leaves something around 15 to 20 minutes of things in the judge's chambers that isn't accounted for, in my personal opinion. I just don't know. I called it. I called it, and I'm taking full credit for it, just so you know. But yeah, I mean, every damn day in this court, we find out something new about what Hilton and Love did or didn't do. And I thought this was off the rails even before this ex parte happened. I mean, I've been shouting from the rooftop for months and months about this. And
you mean the opening statement? Because the opening statement should have that ruined everything.
Oh yeah, we restreamed the opening statement, me and a few others, and when she quoted the Jungle Book, or more to speak, Rudyard Kipling, one of the biggest racists who ever walked this planet. I'm just saying, if I try to quote Kipling in a trial with black rappers, I would need protection for the rest of my life. I'm just saying, I could not get away with that.
Wait, so meanwhile, I followed the Fulton DA's office on Facebook just for fun, and I saw that hysterically and ironically, Fonnie Willis and her crew went to Cleveland Ave to like drop off book bags for people. She's like, "We're not scared of Cleveland Ave." I'm like, "You're the ones that are saying it's a crater. You're the ones that are saying that it's the jungle over there, not nobody else. That's you." And then they go there like it's not like they're doing some kind of benefit for the world. I remember seeing that, just being like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm trying to find it, but I just, when Adrian said that, but I could have told you I've been screaming about how difficult and unreasonable and unethical she is for several years. Just the cases didn't matter as much. There's a pattern of behavior from her that's truly endless.
Yeah, I'm just. I told my viewers when I started covering the Shane Kendall case, I'm just skimming the top here about the amount of shadiness that is Adrian Love. And I mean, in my personal, I have to add this for legal reason, in my personal opinion, I believe that she might find pleasure in getting vulnerable people into jail.
Yeah.
What kind of pleasure? Up for interpretation. But that is my personal opinion.
You're not wrong. Well, it's my personal opinion, but it's also my professional experience. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Hello, Sylvia. Hello,
Hi,
Sylvia.
Are you laughing
Watch
at
the
me?
road.
Sorry, I'm in the car still. You see, I was trying to get out from the court. I apologize for being late.
No worries, no worries. Keep your eye on the road. But I did find, by the way, that case they were talking about. Let's see, at the stage. This is the conclusion. We conclude that the conduct of the prosecution attorney in this case demonstrated her disregard of the notions of due process and fairness and was inexcusable. Because we are reversing the convictions on other grounds. And because Carr has gotten the 323 relief he sought in raising these issues on appeal, we need not conduct an analysis to determine whether the misconduct of the assistant district attorney who tried this case was so harmful as to require reversal. We trust, however, that if this case is to be retried, the prosecuting attorney and the trial court will bear in mind the special responsibility of a prosecuting attorney.
You need to force them to bear it. You need to force them to bear it. They don't just bear it in mind. They don't just take it more seriously next time. You have to actually do something about it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And but this is like when Judge Whitaker, on the first day, do stupid things and we are going to have a talking. So that is the warning. But here I feel this is the Supreme Court of Georgia, 1997, Carr versus the state. And this was so outrageous that it was reversed on other grounds than prosecutorial misconduct and judicial misconduct. I wish they had the guts to actually include this, because this is, so to speak, only an add-on, so to speak. I wish, but yeah. And here we have, like Kat said, the motion from Mr. Shard, paragraph 10. Let's see here. Kat, I've been having complaints about my accent and talking too fast. Would you mind?
I got you. So the defense, after repeated requests, has finally been provided with the state's June 7th, 2024 ex parte motion for compel testimony necessary to the public interest. So this is, guys, this is the motion to get that immunity deal, not the June 7th meeting that we just looked at. This motion, submitted by elected District Attorney Fonnie Willis and Chief Deputy District Attorney Adrian Love, contains, upon information and belief, a glaring misrepresentation. In paragraph 11 of this motion, the state asserts that after an encounter with, quote, defense team members, Copeland informed representatives of the district attorney's office that he, quote, may attempt to plead the fifth in order to avoid testifying against members of YSL. The motion does not provide any information regarding the specifics of this alleged encounter on which defense team members were allegedly involved. Upon information and belief, after reaching out to defense counsels involved in this case, this information is completely false. Upon information and belief, no members of any defense team had any contact with Kenneth Copeland on or about June 6, 2024. It goes without saying, upon information and belief, no defense counsel or members of any defense team ever interacted with Kenneth Copeland in any way that would dissuade him from testifying. This false and disparaging information about defense counsel was provided to Judge Glanville in an ex parte motion.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, this is
every damn day. Every damn day there's something new. No.
This is why that video mention of the hallway. Glanville wanted to say there was some reason. He wasn't looking for a reason, but there was some reason to justify this immunity.
They were also trying to say that they didn't feel like his lawyers, whoever they were having his best interests at heart. Like, for all of a sudden, the judge and the prosecutor's office care at all about how an attorney comes to represent a witness or client. None of their business. It is really none of their business. And then the advice that they give them is advice that they give them. And I don't believe that a judge or a prosecutor should be the ones deciding or judging whether the advice that a lawyer gives their client is in the best interest of that client. Please.
I think also that we, I love Rudy, y'all. Like, I love him to death. So please don't take this the wrong way, but Woody says he's a liar. So me personally, as a prosecutor, I would never say Woody said this or Woody didn't say that. Like also in the ex parte motion, they're sitting there talking about what Woody told them. Like, bro, Woody told you. Have you not seen this man? Like, are you serious? So you gonna believe what he say? Just like whether he
Eat it
did
up.
or didn't say. Come on, man. Do you really at this point? Do you believe anything? Like, be for real.
Mm.
And I honestly believe if they use Woody, if the defense uses Woody for anything, they're just gonna say he's lying, and they're gonna say he's lying. Okay, so he's lying for them, but he wasn't lying for you. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, would you rather be in Rice Street in Fulton County Jail for however some indefinite amount of time? That's what the state's threatening you with. Or are you really claiming that some defense attorney is somehow scaring you more than that? Please.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous because, in that ex parte meeting, he said, I don't care if you throw me in there for 2 years. And that's when they have to threaten him with more years than 2 years.
And now it's only 30 weeks.
Yeah. That's what she
said. Whitaker wants this done in 30 weeks. That's optimistic, I think, still, but But think if Woody said he was willing to do 2 years, 30 weeks is a lot more palatable.
Kat, that's why you said I'm going to have my baby before. That's just funny. Yeah, we're on the same
timer.
I'm on the same track as the YSL case. Cool.
Are we taking baby pools then? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, before, after.
Before or after the trial. Yeah.
Feels like a long time.
I think that bit where on June 7th, in that June 7th ex parte transcript we just got to see, it's so damning to me that Love says that Woody does not trust her. She says, we were having all these good conversations, building rapport, and then he seems to think I was trying to lie to him to build that rapport. Meaning he doesn't trust you.
Well, he said that
if
about
someone doesn't trust you. Yeah, was that. Sorry, I probably meant to say Hilton. I probably said Love.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know this whole time.
Yeah.
My bad.
I don't think he never talked to that. I think Woody and Brian got one thing in common. They don't talk to
Love. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. And I still argue that Hilton's contact with Woody in itself demands a bar complaint, because last time they have interactions with Woody, he had representation. Why would... And I heard this from other lawyers, that if last time you have interactions with a person and that person had a lawyer, the first person you contact is that lawyer.
Yep.
Unless you feel like you can talk to the witness, and if the witness doesn't immediately tell you that they're represented, you can ignore the fact that they're represented and talk to them, which is what they attempted to say as well. I've never heard so many excuses for going around an attorney-client relationship to try to get a witness to do what you want.
What was the 3-hour interrogation video? Was that the June 10th or whatever the hell that was? Within the first minute, the damn officer says, is Melnick still your attorney? Which means familiarity exists that
exists. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So why not just call Melnick and say, hey, we're about to talk to this dude. Just want to make sure that you don't represent him.
They're not going to do any due diligence, just like they're not going to have any duty of candor. Same thing.
I'm so happy that's on the record from the judge saying that.
There's some rough talking in the chat right now. I think all of us here are quite thick-skinned. I've been doing labor law for over 30 years. I hear words from my colleagues. Just saying.
Oh, they talking about me? That I ain't said he ass crew came?
There's interesting conversations going on in the chat. And just ground rules, no politics. Don't be overly rude, and don't use words that will get me demonetized. Please? Okay?
I don't even pay attention to the chat no more. I love it. I go and read the replay, but right now, nah.
Yeah, I have
a very good anti-Seti Nash group out there. That
I haven't reached the infamously so that I have an anti-Nick. I don't believe I have, not yet at least, but...
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. we all got it. Kayla got it.
Very
Sadie
lucky.
got it.
I'm still amazed that I've been
Kat, do
covering
you
this
have
case.
it yet?
No.
Kat, do you have it yet?
don't.
I have a small one with this. It's very small, but I have a little anti-me with the Jonathan Majors case. I have some people that follow me, and they block me, but then comment, so I can't really like see what they say unless someone screenshots it. So
What are they?
I have a little tiny crowd.
Okay.
They mad about what they I don't get it.
They don't understand what it means to see someone on video chasing someone else. They don't understand what that means.
Also stretched up.
What about
And the
you?
jury,
What about you,
guys,
Rachel?
the jury never got to see those injury photos of Jonathan Major scratched up. Just know that. If we want to talk about laying foundation, we got to do a panel stream on the Jonathan Majors trial, what you guys don't know about what happened in the court, and I can just watch you guys react, because I'll fill you in. I've read those transcripts.
Well, if this trial ever has a boring moment...
I would definitely do a Jonathan Majors panel with you, because they hate me for my take on that one. But
hey, I mean, I have people sometimes on the panel that people really hate because of the what the Hales stuff. Don't go into that cluster F. I'm covering the Florida part of it. Others are covering the Ohio part of it. Let's just say the two camps don't get along. Okay. We are reaching the first hour, so now we are getting to free for all whatever you want to talk about, because other people might be joining after 7 p.m.
Sylvia, people hate me.
They hate you for real?
I don't really care.
No, Rachel.
I see it as an opportunity to eventually be loved. I love that, and I guess as a defense attorney, it's really important to me to be able to change somebody's mind. So I'm like, okay, we can start there, and then let's just see where we can make some. Yeah. But there's people that don't like me. I'm like, I'm glad you hate me because I hate you. That's how I feel about
Everybody hates a lawyer until they need one.
Yeah.
The amount of people I have represented that's a few years earlier said, I will never go to you, motherfucker. And then a few years later, they fuck up and Nick, help! And I will help, of course.
It's that kind of.
Can I ask Miss Sylvia a question?
What's the question?
What was the mood like in the court today towards the end?
Oh, yeah, it was exciting. Let me tell you why. Because the camera guy took the camera down. I'm like, put it back up, because they're asking for because Steele wants to say something. He said, no, Steele. They said they're gonna go to do a bench. I said, no, put it back up.
You're the reason we actually saw this.
I'm saying Love was so nervous, y'all. She was so nervous. She went up there. She went to the front, and the judge told her, "You step back, get away from this court reporter," because the court reporter is trying to listen and trying to take notes, right? And so she was all up on her, right? So the judge told her, step back. So she says, you know what? Let's go back to everybody go back to their seat because I can't do this, because she was trying to use the headphones, right? That's when Steele got up and he did to do the motion about Melnick come in and things like that. And she was so freaking nervous. She's nervous.
Last time you felt like this, Glanville got booted off.
Yeah. But you all know that Miss Love has a tell.
The judge said, so there better not be another.
Exactly. She said that.
And then she says, well, was there? She said, did you just file a motion? She says, so no.
She's lying.
Well, what?
She's lying. Because it has to be another one.
Something new?
Yeah,
it has to be another one. It has to be one.
Extrinsic evidence, and Okay, that's a weird statement to say in the middle of things. Why that?
But Nick, it has to be one because you had to meet with the judge for you to even get that immunity.
Yeah.
So there's something before, like on Thursday night after after Belnick talked to them. There's some sort of communication that they had for that Friday morning for them to even do the immunity. There had to been a conversation.
Concern is what if there's no court reporter that caught it? That's my concern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But too many people are talking, so now it's like I thought I was safe because there was no court reporter present, but now everybody's talking, a deputy's talking, like who else knows? And then these motions are all insinuating extra ex partes that you still haven't disclosed, even after this June 7th one. So there's no way. She's probably scared that someone knows.
There's going to be a bombshell.
Yeah. There's
going to be a bombshell. There's going to be a bombshell.
You know how the other day they were talking about that they were supposed to turn over all those statements? Bruce Harvey said in November of 2023, there was an order from the judge saying turn everything over that you might use. Shouldn't be a trial by ambush, says Judge Whitaker. They turned over 3 statements and then they got up in front of the judge and said there's at least 50 more. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here. I don't think there's 1 or 2 more.
It's a lot.
I think that this is not the only witness that this has happened with. I have to imagine this is the par for the course. This is how they've been treating this case until now.
My mind goes immediately to Miss Bennett.
Yeah.
And she's been very quiet today. She kept going back and forth. She was on the phone. She sat in the back room, in the room between the 2 doors. Kayla, right between the 2 doors, she kept going back there. She kept sitting back there. She was on the phone constantly today. She did not sit still for nothing.
Yeah, I seen her. When I first walked in the courtroom, I thought y'all was on break when I came back from lunch because I saw her in the cafeteria. I'm like,
yeah, she's been nervous.
Like, what?
She's been back and forth.
In court. And I'm like, why is she out here?
By deleting her phone.
I thought she wasn't even near at first. Like in the beginning, I didn't even see her. I don't think she's here.
No, she was here early. She came in early and she never sat down. She kept getting back up. She went in between the 2 doorway. She was on the phone with someone. And hey, Rachel, who is that guy that's I don't know his name. You gotta tell me. Kayla, the guy, remember the guy that works with her? What's his name?
The guys that sit behind them in court with all their phones?
No. This is a guy. Oh my gosh, you know who he is. Oh my God.
Kate Hamilton?
The one who seems gay. I don't want to say it that way.
Brown?
I'm like,
no.
I don't want to get started on that.
You know who I'm talking about, Rachel?
I'm sure I do. Oh, Adam Abadi.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm getting so heated.
So he came in at the end.
It's not Adam. Adam doesn't come in that courtroom.
Yes, he was there today at the end. Yes, he was there.
Were you gone already, Kayla?
Yeah,
Kayla was gone.
What? Adam's never come down there. You talking about Kevin Armstrong? You think it's Adam?
No, it's a body. She got the right name. Rachel got the right name.
No, he came down there the other day. I called him Adam, and he said, "No, Kevin. People get us confused all the time. It's Kevin Armstrong. He was in appeals. Him and Judge Whitaker worked together in appeals. I know who I'm talking about. His name is Kevin Armstrong.
That's not who was there today. A body was there. Whatever his name is, that's who was there today.
Kevin's more blonde. Adam has a little bit darker hair and is shorter. But either way, they both.
Adam has darker hair. It's the darker hair one that came down.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Well, they were both on Shane's case, Nick.
Yeah.
Together. Those 2 winners.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a picture, Miss Sylvia.
Okay.
Yeah. As I tried to say earlier, about 5 minutes ago, I don't know if Sadie has seen this, but Miss Love has a tell. It is the Catholic schoolgirl tell. Once she gets really nervous, she does that with her skirt to pull it down under her knees. Yeah. She always tries to pull down her skirt. Phrasing. But she does that wiggle down to get the skirt behind under her knees. That's the Catholic schoolgirl tell.
Like when she's about to lie?
No, when she's caught in something, then she always do that adjustment. Even when she sits down, she does that adjustment. And yeah, that's really interesting. Really interesting.
Working on her team. That's the thing. You know, Simone Hilton, before this case, again, she's somebody who I feel like otherwise I have a decent amount of respect for. Not a bad attorney. I don't dislike her in the same. I mean, obviously, I've not had the same negative experiences that I've had with Adrian Love. But when you play on the same team as Adrian, you go along with what they're doing, with what she does. She's the captain of the ship. It makes you look really bad too.
Yeah, and I have this notion that Hilton might be dragged along, caught up, but is now starting to realize, something of the sort. Because the last week, the only person who submits motions is Miss Love without co-signings.
That's him right here.
Yeah, that's Adam.
That's Adam. See, that's the one I was talking about, Rachel. I mean, yeah, that's him.
But yeah, Kevin Armstrong does the appeals, but I don't know what Adam would be doing there.
That Adam came down today.
Well, I
can hear you muted, Rachel. You're muted, Kayla.
I said, dang, I need to talk to him.
That's who was there. That was who was here. Him. He came down at the end.
Now, I do think we have somebody in the background who has been waiting for some time. But I think we have entered an area. This part, she might have interesting information because she's Catholic. At least, maybe. I have no idea. She's staring at me right now.
Maybe.
It's
I'm
Mo
a
in the deep
recovering
end.
Catholic. I'm on my 13th step. I'm a non-denominational Baptist now, and I just make fun of people. I still keep Lent as a diet thing, but I don't know that Jesus is good with that. So don't stand next to me when there's a lightning storm, because
just have your liquor ready, your wine.
Yeah, I mean the chat has been really generous to me, so I'm pouring myself another one. I don't think I need the wheel of regrets today.
I had to dress up like Sarah Boone twice this week. I regret everything.
Yeah, for you who don't know, Mo does the Sarah Moon letters reading dressed up as Sarah Boone.
Yes, I have.
Do you bring a suitcase and put it in the background?
I haven't gotten my sponsorship with Samsonite yet, but I am working on a Lifetime movie, Sarah Boone, Not Without My Suitcase. I hope Judith Light or Meredith Baxter Burney can come out of retirement for it, but I think we need a good old-fashioned suitcasing Lifetime movie.
Oh,
guys, that is the trial for the woman, the Orlando woman that let for her. Are they? Was it fiance or just boyfriend?
Her fun-sized boyfriend.
Her fun-sized boyfriend crawl into a suitcase for a TikTok prank, but then leaves him in there for hours while he's saying he can't breathe. Please let me out. Please let me out until he's no longer on this earth.
And she recorded it. Yeah. She recorded it, and
she recorded herself doing this.
I've seen a lot of crap during my 30 years. I mean, in labor law, you see torn up limbs and everything. But that video she recorded when he is more or less whispering, I can't breathe, and she does this. On record.
What the? Okay.
With her representing herself, she's going down for murder. Woman.
Yeah, she's pro se.
Yeah, she's representing herself.
This is in Florida, I'm assuming, yeah?
Hey guys, I gotta hop off.
What tipped you off?
Bye, everybody.
Okay, thank you for being here, Kayla. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the Sarah Boone case. And yeah, she will get convicted. I mean, the prosecution only needs to get up there, play that video, and rest their case. More or less. and
Let
she's
her
pro
talk
se
a little
because
bit.
she has had 8 lawyers leaving. And then she was forced to go pro se. And yeah. But that video sequence is probably one of the absolute most evil, unnerving things I've ever seen or heard. Just that he's pleading for his life in that suitcase. Now he is a tiny guy, fit into a suitcase, closed it, and for hours he's pleading with her. Let me out, I can't breathe. And a few hours later, it's more or less a whisper, I can't breathe, and she goes, shh. I mean, seriously? Oh.
God, what kind of suitcase is this? Because my stuff be, never mind.
Well, we said it was a fun size. It was a fun size boyfriend.
Let me stop. My humor is horrible. Never mind. Let me not do that.
Yeah, 4'9". That's a little. That doesn't. How tall are you, Steady?
I'm 6'3".
Yeah, this guy was 4'9".
Oh, we're roughly the same height
Mr.
then.
Mo in a suitcase, but
There
we'd
you
have
go.
to buy a big one. So it was.
We'll do some McCollin. We'll do like if they got a 21 up there at least. Or 25.
I'm gonna use this quick break to say I've got to jump out too. I waited last minute for a birthday gift for somebody, so I've got to go and make sure I get. They like wine. I don't know wine, so I gotta like stand in the aisle for like 30 minutes trying to figure out what I'm looking at, and I need that time before everything closes.
When it comes to wine, it needs to be red and wet, and yeah.
I don't know. I'll just ask somebody inevitably.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You guys enjoy the rest of this panel stream. I'll be in the audience. See you guys.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Bye, Kat.
Okay. It happened so much in the Young Thug trial the last hour that I had no idea about. There will be more motions during this weekend. I mean, Monday. Lucky for me, at noon today, I officially am on vacation.
Yeah.
So I can stream Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is my travel day. I'll be flying into Houston on the 7th. And I will spend the weekend there, traveling then to New Orleans, to Montgomery, up to Atlanta. So I'll be in Atlanta 14 and 15.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's when it's set up. I thought it was 14 through the 16th. Is that right? Sylvia, you know, right?
I think it's the 14th, I think.
No, I'm saying the last day, 14th through the 16th. Is that accurate?
Well, last day of what?
Y'all doing the meet and greet stuff.
I think she says from 13th, 14th, and 16th. I think.
Oh,
I think.
Is there a meetup? Hey.
Yeah, for Cadillac Law.
Cadillac Law. Oh.
So Nick, you didn't even know about this. You was just randomly coming.
Yeah,
he came at the right time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was starting planning this back in February, and it started out as a weekend in Houston, and then it just evolved since then. And the travel plans are, because I need to be in Michigan on the 19th, so hence the dates, or 19th or 20th. So 14th and 15th, I will be in Atlanta. So, okay, so Cadillac Law. I've yet to talk to Cadillac Law. I mean, there are so many people around this specific subject that I haven't gotten around to talking to or inviting. I need to talk to Cadillac Law.
I like her. She's witty.
I see in the chat, why didn't they mention the hand signals between Hilton and Glanville? It's too vague. It's like body language. You don't want to bring that up in court.
Did you see the other one? The other one where Love is talking to the witness?
No.
Hold on, let me send it to you, Seti.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You know, normally my people are on that. They are piranhas.
Well, my people faster than your people this time.
That's what's up.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's all love.
Great people.
My people.
Hey, that's awesome.
Don't like me, half of them, maybe.
You know, that's why I have 6 children. One of them's got to take custody of me at some point. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, she likes handball and 6 people. She got herself a team.
He's talking about football.
No, handball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it handball because football is soccer.
No, actual handball. We call your stuff hand egg because egg shape.
Oh,
and stuff.
I forgot.
Yeah.
You know me and sports are like this.
Yeah, you throw the egg and somebody catches it and runs through a line or something.
Not a hand egg.
You forgot the tight pants at least, Nick.
The tight pants.
Rachel, you practice in Georgia, yeah?
I watch the Super Bowl every year because it's fun. I have no clue what's going on.
Get your retainer fee so when I go in there.
Yeah. See, Fulton's my specialty. I love chaos. Other counties, I'm like, why are things working so well? I do best in the midst of chaos. And I love it. Sylvia knows. But I can't stay that long in that courtroom anymore because I can't use my phone. And if I can't have something to distract myself, I can't be quiet.
You can't use your phone? Why?
They make us put them in those little...
You gotta put it in there too?
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God. They treat you like a commoner.
I know. God forbid. Turn my law license.
You just need to put some of that Sarah Boone energy. Like I was a high
Wait, Rachel, I got more clout than you.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you've got that media clout. I'm just a commoner.
Oh, Sylvia is officially a media pool in the Young Thug trial.
Yeah.
Officially appointed by Judge Whittaker.
Thanks to Kayla, boy, I tell you.
And I told my viewers and my chat and everybody else's, y'all need to subscribe to Infamous Sylvia because if she's continuing doing this media pool things, she needs to have enough subscribers and enough viewers so she can get the live subtitles.
Stop it, Nick. Stop it. But you know what? Let me tell you, Rachel, after they did that, they are on me like crazy now. The deputies.
So annoying. I know it's disrespect. It's really disrespectful the way that they're treating the public in that courtroom. I understand that it's it's still not that big of a courtroom and that they have 6 co-defendants but the fact that the middle area, where you can see the jurors and you can actually like see the defendants and see what's going on, is reserved for like additional staff of the DA's office. And then if you're part of the public, including attorneys and including the media, we're put in the corner like babies.
Yeah, and when we first started, we were in the middle. We were in the middle when we first started in the back. When they changed the seating around, we were in the middle.
I mean, there's something about like, why do we, and there's really no disturbance.
No.
It's disrespectful to the idea of having a public courtroom to just be kind of forced to sit in the corner, and you really can't see anything. You can't see jurors, but somehow the DA's office, Adam Abadi, all their employees. How many lawyers and staff does it take from the DA's office to do nothing all day? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I wonder.
Government officials. I mean, they get paid.
Yeah, to sit around and hold Adrian's phone and whatever else they're doing.
You know what, Rachel? That's why you stay in trouble. That's why you stay in trouble.
I mean every word that comes out of my mouth, and that's the thing. I mean, I just watching them all day. I'm like, who are these people coming in and out of the courtroom, holding on to things, getting notes? They already have 5 attorneys in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's an embarrassment.
5 attorneys in there, and then a group of helpers back in the office. I mean, there's a lot of people, and I'm still not focused on, but stuck on the only person who writes motions is Adrian Love. I suspect it is because nobody wants to sign with her. because if they do, they are in the shitter. I mean,
I'm always wondering like how these other attorneys, including when Fani, made her motion on behalf of Miss Love and Miss Hilton, saying that everything that they did was proper. I'm like, how can you sign your name to that with a straight face? I mean, I would be so concerned. Your bar license clearly doesn't mean that much to you.
If you can lie in church during Martin Luther King's sermon, you have no issues signing your name under a motion like that.
And that's true.
Just saying.
But just how low can they go? To constant.
As someone who hasn't kept up with the case, is the new judge at all more decisive or at any point, just on time? Could we just throw on time?
She's on time.
She's
super on time. Super on time.
There's a crash on sharp, by the way.
Again, because I was like, for the love of, I'm like, I've got news things to put out. What? I was like, is this Dalton County like meeting? Because it was supposed to start at 7 and now it is 9 o'clock and I have laundry to do.
Exactly. She I would say that she's definitely more on top of things. The way that she interacts with a bunch of the defense attorneys, specifically Brian Steele, she likes Brian Steele a lot. She likes Bruce Harvey a lot. She likes Doug Weinstein a lot, and she lets it show, which Glanville would never listen to them in the same way. And she clearly is on to Adrian, so there's a different dynamic going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she still makes these weird excuses.
Yes. So it's still not changing anything, in my opinion.
I just think she's trying to seem more fair than anything. That's what I see. You know, she don't want to keep pushing on being on the defense side. So I think she's just trying to play in the middle.
I think she got a crush on Sharp, though. I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah, she do. She let him talk.
Man, I'm telling you, there's something there. I'm like, oh, shit. They get a room.
Hey, if Judge Rev didn't, cut out, car guy and take her back to the office, like, explain this canon to me.
I was like, oh man, I'm wondering. I'm like, is anybody else catching this? I'm a little uncomfortable here.
I must admit, I haven't caught on to that dynamic just yet because I've been busy regretfully staring at Miss Love's ass while she tries to adjust her skirt.
Why does she always?
So you like the video I did yesterday, the beginning?
Crack? Why?
It was interesting.
Oh my God, fellas.
I just stuck on her nail.
I try to catch those who were there. I try to catch. I was like, let me see. I did it on purpose, obviously, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna catch some people up real quick. All right, mission accomplished.
And that's where we have to sit. So, Nick, when you come into court, guess what? You're going to be sitting right behind Adrian, and you're going to have a clear view of exactly what we're talking about. Her backstory.
We extend to you American culture.
Yeah.
Well, I must admit, I would rather see her behind than her face. And
I'm with you.
Because no, folks, ease down. Because if she sees me, she will throw me in jail. That's the reason. That's the reason. Not chill down, folks. I may or may not have called her on several occasions Satan's whore. And
Nick, I just can't tell you how much I appreciate what you see in her, because a lot of people won't say it.
Yeah, and I know that people might take offense by my language on certain terms. Let me just remind you, I'm holding back. And
really,
this is PG, Nick.
That's nothing.
This is PG, Nick. Me and Mo have had interesting discussions after a stream while we talk about the Delphi case, and the words are not for public consumption. And but I do know I try to hold back because demonetization and yeeted reasons and stuff like that. Hey, I've been doing labor law, the most boring law of all times, for over 30 years, and I've been this stoic all the time. And now all of a sudden, liberty.
Now you're a reckless hedonist.
Yeah, I'm.
The hedonic pleasures of Georgia backed peaches.
Yeah, I mean,
fighting can be fun. It can be funny. That's what we do.
A modern day Dionysus, if you will. But hey.
Yeah, but I won't be in the Olympics. Yes, that's just saying.
Wait, are you going to dress up like a blue Smurf? Because I need to know this and have a camera ready just for science.
Oh, do you want to call me Papa Smurf?
Only in some really weird dreams after a lot of Quaaludes, but
So about this motion today that Sharp put in.
Yeah.
Drinking and Quaaludes and all these things when I have to be sober is really not fun. Thank you for all that.
Oh yeah, Mo, did you hear? Rachel is pregnant.
Yeah, I will not do it 6 times.
I don't recommend 6
I will
times.
not. Once is
I
going to be
needed
it.
a new hobby. I found YouTube. I think we're good.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, God bless you. Amazing. A lot of months.
Oh, Mo, for the people out there, you need to tell the story about your final child, the circumstances.
Oh. Well, so we found out about child number 6 when my husband was at his vasectomy consult. So almost. He was not. I was.
Oh, that's a
not
reason
as,
to cut it off, right?
Well, that and the kid came out 6'5", so we just figured it's probably not a good thing.
Wow.
Sadie, you need to have Mo on your show.
I thought you were leading.
I feel like I should be interviewing her. Forget this. My other channel is purely dedicated to interviews, and I feel like this is more of an interview thing kind of going on. I can just sit back and say 3 words and just let her go off.
Oh yeah.
It's basically my husband's survival plan at this point.
How old is the youngest one, Mo?
He just turned 8. So
8,
I've got 8, 9, 11, going to be 14, 16, and 18.
Oh, okay.
So you've been more or less pregnant for 9 years straight?
Pretty much. I mean, it helps with my reverse hostage, OnlyFans thing. I'm like, $25 and you don't see boobs that have gone through 6 kids.
Whoa.
I don't know. They still might want a wet shirt somewhere.
Well, I mean, at this point.
Oh, Sarah Boone's prison. Can we get a Santa Claus swoop and maybe the exclusive video of Fanny and Wade? Oh, you might not have seen this. Yeah, hold on while I go get it here.
What?
First, yeah.
What?
Where did I?
Fanny and Wade?
Oh yeah, I have exclusive material from their Aruba trip.
If you photoshopped him together like Captain and Tennille, I will laugh my ever living behind off. I don't know how you would do that.
Look at your face, Eddie.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
And I have certain opinions regarding women who sleep with married men. They might be a ho ho ho, says Santa Claus.
Oh man.
I'm having way too much fun with this technology stuff.
The song at the beginning was clutch. I actually might listen to that on the way to court. The Fanny song, the Fanny folk song.
Oh, I have the Crooked Justice. I have Fanny the Corrupt. I have Yeet the Judge. I mean, it's the Suno thing, the AI music writing app.
Who
So I
needs
just put
songwriters?
in a few words and the style of music. Suno, if sponsorship, I wouldn't mind.
It's great.
Yeah, I might put all of those up in a separate playlist because
That would be awesome.
I'll listen to all of them. Maybe we
Walking
can do
with
karaoke
Fanny.
outside the court.
Sweating to Walking with Fanny. Just the compilation of all the music I can do my walk in the morning to.
Oh, this is interesting. According to Bahira, the immunity deal was signed 6 a.m. that morning. I know it was before court. I'm not sure it was that early, but I do know.
6?
Yeah, it was before court on the 7th because he took the stand on the 7th, and then they had the immunity deal all set. Which brings with another possible secret ex parte meeting that had to have happened on the evening on the 6th.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean,
she gonna dismiss this goddamn case. Jesus Christ, help us all.
Dirty. I don't think Adrian sleeps. I think she's like a bad guy in like a really evil movie. That's how I feel.
She has her feet on the beam and then she sleeps upside down.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
A lot of things going on. And I was thinking about like who does her nails. Sylvia, when we were in there and she was wearing green and she had the green nails. I'm just like wondering, like I don't get my nails done or anything. But, who has to sit there and paint her nails and how miserable is that experience?
That must be the most.
What if she's a good tipper though?
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
That's the most unintentional funny thing in this entire trial. When they discussed with the gang expert what's his face about how certain colors means you're a part of certain gangs, and both Hilton and Love was dressed in red. One of the gang experts was talking about the Bloods. That must be the most unintentional funny thing.
That was funny.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and now
you talking about when Belknap was?
Yeah, Belknap was on there. Yeah,
he was terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
He was. He didn't even know how to enunciate certain gangs and how to even say the name. So I was just like, expert. You sound stupid as hell.
Yeah, he was trying to.
That would be like me talking about my favorite rapper. I don't know any, so I don't have any experience. It was like a guy from Idaho came down to, Fulton County and was like, I do know all of this because in Harvard we talked about the gangs.
Well, there was a guy from damn near New Hampshire that came out that one of the cops, one of the investigators.
Me, I don't know. I take no credit for him though.
Well, no, I know Idaho is. Yeah. Are you from Idaho?
No, I was just picking like the most white bread place I could think of, and Idaho popped in first. It usually goes New Hampshire, but
what about Wyoming?
Yeah, Wyoming, Utah.
Utah.
I call Utah White Africa, but yeah.
Oh my God, we have to do an interview because I want to know about this now.
I lived in West Valley, so I kind of got a first-hand experience. West Valley is the outskirt of Salt Lake City, for those who don't know.
The jokes I can't say.
Oh shit.
I mean, for people who don't know my background, I grew up in an area of Sweden that is more or less the equivalent of the Appalachian Mountains. I did not see my first person of color until I was 16. And
when you saw them, what'd you say? Oh my God, was that weird? Did you say that?
Yeah. So, and I grew up in an area where the Swedish Nazi Party had its center. So yeah, I had an interesting childhood. I grew up with the kids of active Nazis. Yeah,
Ooh, they
my
didn't make you
childhood was
march
quite
or
interesting.
anything, did they?
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't cuss me out on my shirt.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had a father with integrity who sometimes talked me out of stuff and sometimes made me realize my mistakes. But that was 50 odd years ago, so I think I grew since then.
I think you have too.
Yeah.
Well, wait till you get to Atlanta.
Yeah, come to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. It'll be fun.
Yeah, let me tell you some jokes here.
I'm a little Jewish girl from Cleveland, Ohio, who loved rap music when I was too young to understand any of what they said. I loved it. They had to get the parental advisory. My parents would buy it, so I'd have friends buy it. And then I've lived in Atlanta 15 years, and it all makes sense now. That's where I'm at.
You had Bone Thugs and Harmony though too, so you know, yeah, they're rapping fast as hell. So
I'm the weed man. I'm the weed man.
I think me and Sadie would take up the entirety of the bar. I mean, I'm a shade under 6'4" and just under 300 pounds. So
yeah, same here.
Yeah,
I wish I was.
We're noticeable when we walk into a bar.
Immensely, but I try to warn people all the time. Like I'm real cool, but I walk pretty fast. So you see me and I'm gone. So
well,
double take.
Sadly, I can't walk that fast because I use this because of arthritis and yeah, but I'm still noticeable. I haven't made a run for. I can't run for it anymore. So yeah. Come at me because I can't run.
Please don't come at me because I'm always armed. So please.
I got.
I'll be next to that guy. I'll be next to that guy.
Please don't come at me. I beg of you. Please don't come at me. It's at least 2 firearms on me at all times, bare minimum.
Good for you.
This is one of the reasons I want to retire to the United States, but then I will lose my government pension because my government pension will only apply in the European Union. So I need you all to subscribe and
and for just $3 a day, you can sponsor a Swede.
$3 a month for membership, and you will sponsor my retirement plan.
Yeah, I want to bring hold on really quick. The regular podcast talking about. I just want to let you know that if I'm talking about Adrienne Love, I'm not talking about all Black women. I'm not trying to be racist. I truly just hate Adrienne Love.
You gotta ignore that one.
I know. I just want to be very clear. This is not personal. I love Black culture. I love Atlanta. Black power in Atlanta. That's what it's about. If you know anything.
Maynard Jackson.
No, you listen to rap music, so you're okay with me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge
because I don't listen to it. I learned it from you.
I mean, look at me. One of my favorites is Boosie Badass from Louisiana. I mean, I don't even like conscious rap. I like I'm mad. You know. He goes.
Next time I announce free for all, remind me of this stream. God! I'm just having the time of my life here. I mean, the YouTubes and streaming and the people I meet. I mean, none of you people I would never have met unless I had streamed, and I think that's one of the most amazing things about YouTube, and especially within the segment we are in, because it's not as much competition as in other segments, I believe. I mean,
who's that? Competition?
Not competition, but it's not that we try to deny other people's success. I love when people have success. Yeah, because they might drag me up with them, and if I can help somebody else up, then I will do it.
I heard about you through my chat, and they were like, "Yeah, Nick shouted you out, man. Nick shouted you out." And they've been saying this for weeks, and I was like, "Who the hell is Nick?"
Yeah, but it's like people started. You need to call Sadie Nash, and I'm who? And then Cadillac Lock, who? And then
you know how I met Seti, right? He was stealing my content.
She bullied me. That's how she bullied me, then extorted me, and yeah. That's what happened.
Oh, Nick,
So I call her increments, Sylvia.
Nick, I went on a rampage. All the big bloggers were stealing my stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. That's when I needed an attorney. I should have known Rachel by then. I would have sued all of them.
Yeah, and that's right. And that's what. So Nick, I'll tell you, I met Nick because I was actually trying to show family members videos of Adrienne Love to explain probably what I was just going off about her because of a case that I had involving an individual who's now deceased, may he rest in peace, named Shane Kendall. And Nick had picked up on an article that was written more than 2 years after he passed away, by a wonderful journalist named Elizabeth Wheel Greenberg. And his outrage for what she had done in that case, I have never had anybody really care about it. And I felt heard across the ocean. And I just said, Nick, oh my God, like, who is this person?
Yeah, and I was just looking for dirt on Adrienne Love and that case, and then I started reading, and I was
wait. The Shane case is with the kid who
the sending in the Fulton County Jail.
Yeah,
that is.
You were his lawyer?
Yes, I was.
Yeah,
I definitely covered that when I excoriated her. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I can't wait to watch. I'm telling you, I mean, this is why I'll never forgive her. He meant a lot to me. I begged and pleaded with her to do the right thing. He was a juvenile, charged as an adult, had an IQ of under 75. She just
autistic, and with every letter of, everything about that case said something happened, but it's definitely not his conscious fault. And this is something I really don't get about the Georgia justice system. The competency hearing in front of a fucking jury?
Two different juries. Yeah, they hung the first time and then they went back, and yeah, we could bring a juror on here and talk about it. I mean, I have jurors from both cases that were interested in, because one of them said that they realized immediately that he was incompetent once they found him competent, and he didn't react to the verdict. And I'm like, yeah, competent geniuses. And Adrienne Love in that case called the other attorney a perjurer, called the kid's adopted father who did he was a crack baby. Shane Kendall was born addicted to crack, and was adopted at birth, and she ignored every ounce of medical.
If I remember correctly from the filings, I still have it, and because Rachel sent it to me, she called everybody a liar. I mean, even her own expert. It
was horrible. And then he was in Fulton County Jail for 2 years when he aged in there as an adult, because it had been more than 2 years since he had been charged. He turned 17. They put him in general population. He hung himself. And then I don't even really know.
They found him in a seated position with the sheets around his. We actually don't. There's actually nothing, because the investigation was so poorly. And the first medical personnel from that medical hired guns from the medical. She refused to give CPR because she had a bad knee.
Correct. So I sued the jail. My dogs are so bad. Sorry. We're waiting on discovery from Fulton County and NAFCare, who's the third-party medical provider. But Adrienne didn't get sued in that, and I blame her. I mean, and I told Fulton County, if my defense would be, blame Adrienne. Even though obviously somebody whose job it is to do CPR and to provide any sort of medical care to inmates, he lost 65 pounds in custody. I like what happened to him. I mean, every single day I think about him, and when I see Adrienne, when my blood boils, it's really not about the Young Thug case, but watching her do this to other people and threaten them with jail and just kind of not care about the truth. It kills me, because I've seen her do this before. So yeah, that's where my rage comes from. And Nick understood and read the same thing. And Seti, I can't wait to see what you did on that, because
I sent it to Nick right now on Instagram. But yeah, no, I definitely covered it. Because I'm after her and Fonny. Fonny using that freaking GBI, what's the name? GBI instructor who absolutely got fired for messing up at least 28 cases, and got a guy actually a life sentence, and kind of, I don't want to say because then it's gonna seem like I'm doing some political stuff, so I don't really want to say. But Miss Sylvia, you kind of know a lot too, if you want to expound on this. But it's a lot of stuff that I'm still working on putting out, but timing is everything. So even when I did the Adrian Love one, it should have did more. This was 2 months ago, by the way, and I wish I had more, but I think what I have is sufficient enough. But it definitely was.
Bonnie knows about Adrian because I had lunch with her when she was running for office and told her about exactly what had happened. This is before Shane had died, but when Shane was waiting in jail, and I told her everything that happened, and she completely ignored me and put her on.
No, I don't think she did. She took that, I can get wins.
Yeah. I mean, and I regret not winning, but I think part of it is by the second trial, I hated Adrian so much that everything she did, my face showed my hatred. It was probably a little bit unprofessional. And that's why any case involving her, I really shouldn't be a part of, because I personally can't handle it anymore. I mean, I think about wanting to wring her neck. I mean, I hate her. She could crush me, but she's probably 6'1". I don't know. I'm not going to say how much she weighs, but she could kill me. But
she's 6'1".
I don't know. She seems huge.
She's tall. She's tall. She's pretty tall.
Yeah.
I'm 5'7". Yeah. Look, I'm 5'7", and she's way taller than me.
Miss Sylvia, you are not 5'7". Come on now.
I am 5'7". Rachel, please tell him I'm 5'7".
You're probably 5'7". I'm like 5'1". But I'm like a little dog.
I'm way taller than Rachel. I'm way taller than Rachel.
Way taller than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm taller than Kayla too. I'm taller than Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla's probably 5'4".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Taller than me, but not that much taller. But no, Adrian is huge, and I mean, she's like a colossal evil being. She reminds me.
So she has the femininity of a young Janet Reno.
Yeah,
Janet Reno.
Oh
my God!
But I mean,
no, I do believe that Miss Love is around 6 foot, because I've seen her next to Mr. Harvey, who is 6'4".
He's pretty tall.
Yeah. So yeah, she's formidable.
She could
be a linebacker.
And she wear high heels.
Oh no.
But yeah, so that's where my inner rage, and it might be, so I don't handle cases with her. I consider myself otherwise pretty effective, but I clearly can't get my anger about what she's done to him and other people out of my head, such that I could be a good lawyer and actually keep, because the jurors don't know what I'm mad about. I don't get to tell them. I don't get to take them on a walk and explain. And so they're like, why is this girl so mad all the time?
Yeah, that is one of the worst things that can happen as a lawyer, when you get invested.
Yeah, you care.
And I mean, I've been through it on numerous occasions when something is so outrageous. There was a kid I represented. This is more than 20 years ago, in a workplace accident where he hurt himself. But before I got there, he signed his testimony with the employer. And I was, crap. And I fought for over 2 years and lost. And
it's devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the main thing when I go out to work workplaces, the first thing I do, call your union representative first. Even if you know you fucked up, call them first. You don't want to sign anything with the employer, because best case scenario, you will get fired. Worst case scenario, you will get fired and have to pay for it. So yeah, and I know, folks. I'm contracted by a specific union. I do labor law. But if you are a blue collar guy, you should know we are needed. And there's not enough of us because labor law is not thankful, not well paid. Let's just say that. Because I'm not on a retainer or anything. I don't get a percentage. I'm salaried. I wish I get a percentage because my biggest win is let's see, around $22 million.
Wow.
And you don't get a percentage, yeah.
And still, I get the same pay for that as I do when I represent one person for a wrongful termination.
Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta go.
Oh.
I'll see you guys.
Me too.
Thank you for being here, Infamous Sylvia. And if we don't see each other before, I will see you on the 14th.
Okay. Bye. Rachel, you coming to court anytime soon?
I'm sure I'll stop by. Today I couldn't get out of my bed because I'm at Mo. I don't know how you function 6 times while pregnant. I'm struggling to function, and I usually operate on full cylinders, and I feel a little bit.
You will never be as tired as first trimester tired. It's just it is a thing. Surrender to it.
And I'm trying to surrender, but I'm like, I have a lot to do. I have a lot of things to say. I'll definitely be there. I like to just I see Adrian's backside and I try to burn her with my eyes through the back. But yeah. Hey, Seti. Welcome back. Yeah. It's fun.
I just have to comment this. Yeah, I mean, the occasional super chat. My ad revenue per 1,000 views is about $1.02. So no, I really don't get wealthy of fighting for justice for Young Thug.
You're a hero.
Thank you.
I mean, I think you are. Sometimes in life, the richness of life isn't coming from making a shit ton of money on a case, but from doing the work that you're supposed to do in this world. And sometimes it's not about making money.
Yeah, I could have abandoned this case several times over, covering the Karen Reed case, covering other case that was popular at the moment. No, because I told my viewers, my subscribers who are about 2,500 at the time, I'm covering this case from gavel to gavel. That's just it, and I keep my word.
That says a lot about you. There's value in that to people that actually care. I mean, I think you have very loyal followers.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have, for example, they are so supportive of each other as well, and I think that is because, for instance, Gigi, my first and best moderator, and she's not here at the moment because she is she got ill late last year. So she had to move into an RV on her daughter's property. So me and the chat started, we did a fundraiser. And now she's moved out. So now her and her husband is on their own property again. So, and that is thanks to you guys in the chat. And so it's not just the support of me, it's the support of each other. And yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. And I do fundraisers on occasions. I had the Zachariah Anderson case. I've done my Wheel of Regrets things for over a year for his appeals money. Because he's wrongfully convicted of stalking, murder, and hiding the corpse with zero evidence. Absolute zero evidence. And so far, we have raised over $30,000 for his appeal fund.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
He's a lucky guy. to have your support.
But he has something many people don't have. He has a family who supports him throughout this. His brother Solomon Anderson fights 24/7, 365 for his brother, and and this is just one of these cases. Most people, I mean, I don't say most people. Most streamers, they have a case and then they move on. I have a hard time doing that. I have a really hard time doing that, especially when something is really, really wrong.
Yeah.
So if you don't have anything to do, you in the chat, if you have nothing to do this weekend, check my Zachariah Anderson playlist.
Those are good names. Zachariah. So Zachariah and his brother Solomon.
Yeah.
I like both of those.
Yeah. Yeah. And you will be infuriated. Absolute. For instance, Zachariah's DNA, not on the crime scene. His fingerprints, not on the crime scene. There's no video of him on the crime scene. There's no ring camera, not even traffic camera has spotted his car and himself. No witnesses putting him on the crime scene. There is one speck of substance, not enough to test for both blood and DNA. The DNA is first of all, they couldn't, since the body is missing, they could only test against the victim's mother. That takes away 50%.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the DNA expert, and the only thing she said, without numbers or anything, she just concluded it's a match. That was the entirety of her DNA testimony.
Well, I like to say, Nick, that prosecutors have an easier time when there's fewer dots to connect. It's easier for them to connect the dots. So sometimes they'll just, the less evidence there is, the more they get to argue, and the more jurors feel like they're putting something together. But it's like, it shouldn't be a stick figure.
For instance, just how many maybes can a prosecutor put in a closing argument before it gets ridiculous? Prosecutor Gravely, within the first 45 minutes of his closing argument, had 14 maybes.
Too much imagination.
Well, maybe that happened. Maybe this happened. Maybe that happened. There were 3 sustained objections of what's it called, reversal of evidence. What's it called? When you try to put the
impeachment?
No, not impeachment. When you try to make it's their responsibility.
Burden shifting.
Yeah.
Burden shifting. Yeah.
But burden. Yeah, 3 sustained burden shiftings during the trial.
Yeah.
And they still convicted him.
Well, the idea of a limiting instruction. So after something like that happens, where there's a burden shift, and then the judge says disregard that, there's like no empirical evidence that juries can disregard these things.
No.
Crazy. I'm like, where's the actual? Where do we know that that you can tell a jury it's for this purpose and not for this purpose, or forget what you just heard, and then they actually can? It's impossible.
The unrang bell, if you will.
Yeah. Now,
crazy.
I have somebody waiting again.
Or Weinstein's infatuation with ears. That kind of. I don't know if you caught on to that.
Yeah, but Weinstein is a Hollywood guy, and the person you need to go to when it comes to Hollywood, it's Kaiser Pineapple.
Do it, everybody. Let's get this shit show rolling.
Yeah, this is Kaiser Pineapple. We've known each other for more or less since I started my channel.
Basically.
Kaiser primarily does entertainment stuff and movie reviews, and you tell them.
Yeah, I'm Kaiser Pineapple. I do movie, entertainment, and pop culture information, and all the news that you guys need to know. And, well, I try to do it through the lens of somebody who's just kind of sick and fed up with all the usual Hollywood bullcrap. So, like I said, it's just what I do, and I have fun doing it. I say, unfortunately, I had a little tickle in the throat last week, so I've been a little bit out on leave, but I'm getting back in the swing.
And you need to be healthy because in about 2 weeks, you have promised me a barbecue.
Oh.
Because after Atlanta, I'm going to Indiana. And
snap. What the hell?
Yeah. So both Kaiser and Mo is residing in Indiana, and there's going to be a huge cookout barbecue.
What part of Indiana are we talking about? Are we talking Gary or are we talking Indianapolis?
Yeah, central Indiana.
Lafayette and all that.
Oh no,
Southern.
that's too far north.
Southern
Too far
Indiana.
north for me. That's up above the snow line there. I don't want to go up there and see them hosers.
Yeah. My main reason from the beginning was because I want to visit Delphi, Indiana.
Okay, that's a good reason.
Yeah, and
don't go
because
down
of
the hill.
the Delphi case, which I
Oh
also
my
covered
God.
a lot on my channel.
I've seen that popping up a lot.
Yeah. The Delphi case I got interested in because the defense attorneys is claiming third-party culprit, which happens to be Odinists. And I'm Scandinavian. As you might have seen, I have some interest in Scandinavian folklore and the things. So that piqued my interest. And now, this is not public information. I have seen the crime scene photos. And the defense alleges that some of the branches that is put over the two girls murdered are in the shape of runes. I took one glance and said, you can't randomly throw those sticks in that shape. And Mo has covered that case for much longer and more extensively than I have, because that is the case where Judge Gall disqualified the defense attorneys without a hearing, without cause, and the Indiana Supreme Court reinstated that. But meanwhile, the Judge Gall appointed 2 different attorneys to the case, to Richard Allen's defense. They had 1 week meeting with him and read through the discovery and said, we agree with their assessment. So not even her own appointed defense attorneys for Mr. Allen agreed with her. They went with this third-party culprit. The investigation, and if you haven't heard this before, you are going to be furious. The police precinct lost the first 70 days of interviews, recordings, everything. And they are still moving in for trial.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. Not exactly a shining example of Hoosier law enforcement.
And the 2 glaring examples.
Love is what I have for Judge Gull, because not only is she making my state look stupid, but she is basically co-signing the state sanctioned unaliving of this particular person who has not been adjudicated guilty, but is in solitary confinement for the last 2 years. Lost an incredible amount of weight, must be handcuffed like this when being with his lawyers, if his lawyers can get to him.
Yeah, he's cuffed to the stomach like this. I mean,
the abuses in that case, and the fact that this is a parent's nightmare. You send 2 preteen girls out, it's a day off of school, and they don't come home. And the fact that now reading more, they had the 2 most likely suspects within 3 days, and they lost the interviews. It's beyond injustice.
I will show you this. This is Richard Allen's mugshot. Okay?
Chunky boy.
Corn-fed.
He's corn-fed. Kaiser.
Well, I know
this is Richard Allen after a few months in prison.
Jeez.
They don't care.
This during the first photo and this photo is when the prosecution allegedly did confessions.
Damn, that looked like a lawsuit for Ozempic. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. God, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. You have the same sense of humor I do. It's like let's make fun of this if we can't say nothing nice.
I find that the best people have the darkest sense of humor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey,
sorry, I didn't mean
chuckle or you buckle.
I gotta go because my dogs are being very annoying, and I don't want to keep muting myself. But Kaiser and Mo, lovely to meet you. Steady, I already told you shalom, lovely to meet you. And Nick, that's right, babe. And you know it. And Nick, I'll see you in a few weeks. I can't wait. But maybe we'll do something on Shane soon. And thank you to everybody in the comments. Lots of love to everyone. Feliz Friday. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, thank you for being here.
Well, go catch some Z's there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice to speak Hebrew with people.
I know, right?
Yeah, I learned a new word this week, yentas. I have never heard that expression before. Gossiping like yentas from Doug Weinstein's Emotion.
I don't know. I've listened to Weird Al Yankovic's Pretty Fly for a Rabbi a couple of times. I think I'm all right.
True.
Oh, shit.
We're halfway there, Kaiser. We're halfway there.
Make a like a high, make a hiney ho.
Shit.
Oh, this is so much fun. Now I think, because it's 2 a.m. here, I had a few whiskeys. Let's see. Who here has heard about the Wheel of Regrets?
Oh, I know all about the Wheel of Regrets.
I don't know what that means. That's a little bold statement.
This is the Wheel of Regrets. Here is my grift. For every $50 in super chats, gifted memberships, or via PayPal, I will spin the wheel. For example, from now, if you had immediately gifted, supported, this is what I would have done. I would have taken a spoonful of the Aji hot sauce.
Oh, that's a Aji's. Okay, all right.
That'll give you a little chutzpah in your step. There you go.
So I have on that wheel is the ID hot sauce. I also have up to the Inferno hot sauce, which is 50% Maruga Scorpion chili. And a few thingies. So that is my one grift. That is my one grift. I rarely grift, but when I do, you make me eat and drink disgusting stuff. So my friend, you know what? You have been generous. You guys have been generous today. I will give you a free spin of the wheel.
Yay, freebies!
It's the Wheel of Regrets! Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, we got a two.
Yeah, that came back to bite me in the ass.
I love how we're all Nick's friends and we just start laughing when he starts to eat stuff that hurts him. We're like, we're not here to render aid. We are here to laugh and point.
The Aji sauce is, let's see, let's read from it. It's Aji chili, 50% Aji chili, pineapple, orange, and passion fruit, and grapefruit, and lemon juice. So it's fruity,
citrusy.
Okay, citrusy is a better word.
It has a nice bouquet.
Cheers.
Down the hatch.
Oh.
Little grim creeper there,
that,
huh?
that wakes you up.
You don't do this in person, do you?
I don't know. We'll find out in a
If
couple
you
of weeks
hand
when
me
he's down at my
$50,
place.
I will do it in person.
I don't know. We got good internet in the barn. That's all I got to say.
That became a bit sweaty.
Now you got your cardio in. See?
Yay! Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna need to get that cardio going with the barbecue.
I don't
spread
mess
that
with
we're
spice
planning.
like that. I don't mess with spice at all like that.
Cheers.
The only way I eat spicy stuff is if I did the hot ones with that dude's questions are top tier. I really like the way he interviews.
Yeah.
But ain't no way in hell.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
I remember when they started out that hot ones, they had like 250,000 subscribers, and they had these people barely people knew about, and it grew to what it is today. People are fighting to get on that show. I mean, movie companies are sending actors there to promote the movie who really don't want to be there. And
Speaking of movies, Kaiser, can I ask what you thought about Deadpool versus Wolverine?
Personally, I have not seen it yet. I have not gotten out there. It is on my to-do. It is just one of those I haven't got to see it yet. We were supposed to actually supposed to go see Twisters last weekend, but there was a certain other movie that was in theaters that weekend that kind of they had to take out other screen times so they could add other screen times for another movie, and they gave us a refund.
Oh.
Yeah. So, supposed to go to the theater, and instead of going to see one movie, they said, "Oh, sorry, we had to pull your theater and actually add more screen times for Deadpool." I'm like, "Oh, great! And I at least get that money back?"
For a few days,
$700 back.
For a few days, I honestly thought they finally killed the multiverse, and then they announced.
You gonna ruin it for them?
Oh, I already know. I mean, I'm in the news sphere all the time. I already know all the things.
Just say, God damn,
alert.
Yeah, and then they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, and I read the comics, and I know about a certain storyline which is not one of the best ones.
You could see from a mile away what they're setting up there, and it's not you know that Marvel is completely out of ideas when they're like, crap, we have burned all of our goodwill, and now the one thing we said we would never do is actually in theaters, breaking all the records. Crap, we need to back up and punt. Bring back Robert Downey Jr.
I mean, they are.
I don't see that. God, what's the one with the Russian girl and the Red Guardian and all them? The Thunderbolts. I don't think that's gonna do well at all.
Oh no. Right now, I mean, on the slate, I mean, right now, as other than what we've got in theaters with Deadpool, I mean, there's talk about Captain America 4, which at this point is $500,000 in its budget, which I don't expect. How can they even at this point even think that this movie is going to even remotely come close to breaking even? This movie's a money sink. It's been reshot 4 separate times from the ground up. They worked for half of the time that they've been doing reshoots without a script. And Anthony Mackie literally had it blew up on set. The director said, "What are we even doing when we don't have a script? Please, somebody give me a script, because we're just shooting action scenes for no reason to fill time." And they were like, we'll get it in post.
Yeah. One thing about the Marvel and everything, the absolute one of the most worst decisions and something they absolutely lost on is the New Mutants, which had the possibility to be one of the damn best movies with multiple storylines to wait off of, and completely fucked up.
You talking about with the freaking with Tia
in the mental asylum trying to break out.
Yeah. There was no way that they could tell that on the big screen now. That should have been the first Disney Plus show to come out. There's no way you could put that on the big screen at all. It makes no sense.
No,
it's obscure.
It's obscure, and because one of the best things I read back in the 90s is, for you who don't know, Colossus and Magic are siblings in the comics.
Right.
I expected a Colossus something, but no, nothing. Because what they could have built on that movie or making it into a TV series, and they just flunked it completely. And I was so disappointed. It's one of these movies where you watch a few times and all you can think about, this should have been done better.
Yeah. With the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there were times where they had the ability to explain stuff and they just didn't. And it was like, why the hell would he just kill himself over this girl that he's not even attached to like that? Where's the moment where they connected? It never happened.
Thank you. Oh, I've been saying that for years.
And the Thor movie was so bad because you never seen Gore the God butcher any gods, except one in the beginning.
And that was a neat ass god. I mean,
well, I mean, look at I for me personally, the MCU. I saw the writing on the wall literally with the last Marvel movie that I saw, and that was Thor Ragnarok. I was like, I hated that movie so much because you had the first one, which was good. The second one, weird, dark, but actually, in my opinion, not that bad. It was interesting, at least. But they didn't know how to go forward with it. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came out. Guardians was a huge hit. And they're like, shit, we got to go ahead and make Guardians of the Galaxy, do it with Thor. And everybody's like, are y'all high? You take the stodgiest character in the MCU and you want to have him doing like goofy humor with Taika Waititi at the helm of that one, and callbacks and references.
All just agree that Tessa Thompson has both resting and active B face.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, let's look at the Marvel slate right now going forward between now and July of next year. We've got Venom Last Dance. That is going nowhere. We have Kraven the Hunter.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
You don't know who
Captain
Kraven
America
is?
Brave New World in February.
Kraven the Hunter. I remember this because I'm old.
Yeah.
The storyline between the Hulk and Kraven the Hunter back in the 80s was great. I don't think they are doing that one.
Okay. They're going to somehow not bring in Spider-Man because they can't.
Yep, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do have a question since you guys are more comic booky than me. How can Falcon be Captain America? Do they inject him with super
Captain
juice?
America. In the comics, he does become Captain America.
Do they radiate him? Does he stand close to 3 Mile Island? Like what's going on? How does he become?
He's just a guy with wings.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
with super powered wings that come from vibranium. They're not going to let Doom basically steal the vibranium and destroy the ability that what vibranium does that makes adamantium the #1 metal. So they're not going to do that because you can't at this point, because that's not what this variation of Doom does, because they're not going to bring in the Doom where they mind swap. I think that's the one you're talking about, Nick, where they mind swap Tony Stark and Doom, and then it's like nobody wants to see that. So the only other one, God, we'll see how this goes.
Here's exactly what I've been digging in and trying to kind of figure out, and here's my prediction. So they're going to go full multiverse on all of this. They're going to double, triple, quadruple down on the multiverse. So what the prime timeline right now of what we know is the Avengers, the MCU, is going to get closed off after Secret Wars. It's going to be, that's what they call Earth 616 or whatever.
Yeah,
they're going to completely cut that off.
Yeah.
They're going to go in, they're going to go to a new timeline. They're going to recast everybody, and they're not going to reboot it, but they're going to restart with new actors as all the old characters again. That's what's going to happen in, I would say, about 2027 after Secret Wars, because that one's supposed to come out in 26, I believe.
Yeah, actor strike kind of.
So when are we going to learn that, like that Gaia, female, super goddess of all, created all of this, and y'all men did nothing? Because I'm just wondering when does Captain Marvel and Gaia, Mother of Earth, get together? Because I could see this happening.
Are you talking about them having an acolyte force baby or something? Or
she's trying to MCU it. She's trying to MCU it.
I'm good. Could we just, Nick, you're a lawyer. Can we get Hollywood to cease and desist killing all the good mythos that we created?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You need to, in that case, you need to gather the shareholders, get a majority, and get the people in charge of Disney yeeted.
Well, here's the fun thing, and I want you to follow me down this rabbit hole. September of this year is going to be the most entertainment we're going to get out of Disney, Lucasfilm, any of those, kind of umbrella companies. Because in September is when the Gina Carano lawsuit finally goes to trial. It has officially been approved. It is going to discovery. And officially, they have called that they want Pedro Pascal, Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Chapek, and a whole host of others to testify on the stand. And guess what? It's not a federal trial, so guess what that means? It's going to be televised. Can you imagine how much entertainment that's going to be? Y'all, your boy here needs a seat on the LawTube stream for that one.
Yep.
It's going to be huge.
Well, the messed up part is when you kind of get into the hip hop space of it all, the numbers are not going to jump up. So that you have to kind of create that whole algorithm in a different channel. Because I noticed that with the Alec Baldwin trial, I was more interested in that because I won the opening statement. I destroyed the hell out of that, and then I dropped the video, and it did probably like maybe 10,000 views, and I was like, yeah, nah, hell nah. F no, I haven't done a 10,000 view video in 12 hours, and I don't know how long. And it was like, what the hell? Just you could tell they lost the case because when you tell me that as an actor who doesn't know nothing about anything, I'm just given scripts and objects and told to do this with that. I'm not supposed to check anything. This is just safety checks, like automatically. To see that damn thing get the shit show that it came with is insane. So anyway, you must say.
I agree with you completely. It's going to be a shit show of epic proportions. I cannot wait until that happens. I don't know how long the trial's supposed to last, but again, because it's going to Discovery, we're going to get to see all the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
And
wait a minute, isn't she backed by Elon Musk as well?
That's
so she has the money for it.
Here's the thing, because they denied Disney's motion to dismiss. That was pivotal right there. So now it's going there. Disney probably has one more chance to try and settle the case. But here's the problem with that. Gina has no incentive right now to settle because literally she's blacklisted in Hollywood for everything. She's not doing bad financially, but she's blacklisted pretty much by everybody else. And she has every incentive to carry this trial through because she has financial backing from Elon Musk. She has full reign to just go whole hog on this, because when they drag it out into the limelight, and look, sunlight is the best disinfectant, because I guarantee you, when they have to put them on the stand and ask Kathleen Kennedy to her face why it's okay for some of the stuff that Pedro was posting is okay, but the one thing that Gina posts is not okay, and then they have to explain why it's then okay to try and put her in a Maoist struggle session to try and actually, account for her grievances. Yeah, it is unbelievable the things that they got away with, thinking that they were bulletproof, and now it's all going to be public record.
Yeah,
they're going to have it right there.
Lost against Florida in this landmark thingy. So they are
and Disney is used to
being a juggernaut,
bleeding you dry. Well, bleeding you dry. They will file things and file things just to exhaust you of funding. And what Gina has right now that is so different from any other people that have tried to take Disney down is basically piggy bank galore. She's got Daddy Warbucks. I don't know if she has to have cosign Tangent Messiah for him, like his 75th kid, but Elon, give us, I will have cosign Tangent Messiah for some Starlink, because rural Indiana internet sucks. But
full, yeah, 100%.
Elon, Mo will have a 7th kid.
I'd be the only non-socialist you've had a child with.
I gotta go. It's been a pleasure, Nick. I appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys, and we'll do this again soon.
Yeah, next Friday, perhaps, panel show. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you.
All right.
And we are down to us.
Yes. Now the degenerate crew can talk.
Oh, and we are past 2 hours.
I've got all the words I can say.
Okay, what do you want to talk about? Because I have a few scotch in me. Go bonkers, because my chat has been so generous. I don't care about demonetization anymore.
So how excited are you for that barbecue, y'all?
I'm bringing my baked
Kaiser
potato
has
salad.
promised me brisket, ribs, and chicken.
Oh, and also don't forget the brats, the homemade brats.
I'm going to Indiana at 280. I'm going to leave at 310.
You might need to buy an
come on, those are rookie numbers. We're gonna have to pump those numbers up. You're gonna need to buy a 3rd seat on the plane home. That's all I'm telling you. We're gonna supersize
the
you.
ranch thing. We will get you into the cult of a Sada Ranch, please.
And the travel home is Detroit, Reykjavik, Iceland, which is blowing up all the time. Yeah. We have no idea how long I will be in Detroit.
Too long.
And I said this today because Dave at MLS God of Law said he was going to bring me sailing. And I said, every time you go into the front of the boat, I will jump in the back of the boat just to see the effect of it. Because Dave is like 5'4", 130 pounds. I'm 6'4", close to 300 pounds. If I go into the back of the boat and he's in the front of the boat, he's going like this.
Well, I may not be anywhere close to you in height, but I definitely got you on a few. What can I say? I'm an enthusiast of my own cooking.
Hey, the government and I agree on the lie we both tell each other when I put down a number on my driver's license. This is a lie we both accept and live with, like my natural hair color.
Fair enough. Yeah, my weight on my driver's license photo hasn't changed since I was 16, and I don't intend on changing it.
I am the true embodiment of that Jim Carrey quote, 110 in your bra.
Oh,
it's over.
I mean, when I was 18 or 19, I reached my height. And back in that days, I have to check here.
Do you guys use stones, or is that only the UK?
When I was 18, I was 6'4" and 145 pounds.
Holy God.
Let me just check if I can find those pictures. Hold on.
I'm just underly tall for my BMI.
Yeah, I say if I'd be perfect at the weight that I am if I just were about like 5 feet taller.
There's a Swedish comedian who says she has no problem with overweight. She's under tall.
What if you got both of those problems? Are you just universally screwed? Because that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, she's not overweight. She just should be 8'2". I mean,
look, in the right angle, I am much thinner, and we all know that cheat angle, ladies, because we do this thing, and then filter. Shade.
About 15 years ago, I went on one of these dates. This was before I met Miss Viking, and I connected with a girl who called herself Curvy.
Mm-hmm.
She had one curve.
Round.
I mean, I'm a big dude. I mean, she was spherical. That's not curves. She was really pleasant and really nice, but I mean, no.
It's like the thing I always like to say. I have the body of a god. Unfortunately, it's Buddha.
Yeah, I'm not bodybuilding. I'm Buddha building. I mean,
Makes it a lot easier for me, though. I say I don't have to get nailed to a cross. I just have to sit there quiet.
Well, there you go. You don't have to scare young little Mo with the Sacred Heart of Burning Jesus, scary Catholic, open heart Jesus, staring at you with cold, dead eyes right next to frickin' John F. Kennedy because, your family is uber Catholic. Anywho, sorry, deep inner trauma.
Yeah, I can't find, because on this computer I don't have my old Facebook up, so I don't find. Hold on, talk amongst yourselves. I think I will see if I can find the solution here.
Okay, so Twisters. Mr. Mo wants to see it.
Same with my wife.
I'm against seeing it because it doesn't have Bill Paxton in it.
Yeah, I initially was kind of on the same boat. I'm like, it's not the original cast. Apparently, it's only just tangentially related. Like they get like one casual reference to the original Twister movie in, and that's it. It's a completely standalone sequel. But what was interesting was when I started doing a lot of the research. Of course, I do like all the news reporting and everything that. And one of the things that they do, apparently the director came out because everybody from day one, myself included, was all like, oh, they're going to like ram all kinds of climate change, like, stuff into this. And the director's just like, Nah, that's not my thing. I don't think I'm supposed to actually be I'm not supposed to be the guy doing messaging stuff. I'm just here to make a good movie, and I think I achieved that. I'll let y'all be the judge, but like tried to like make it not preachy, make it not all kind of like, you know, whatever. They really, from everything that I've heard, they took the girl boss and they toned it way down.
Oh, thank Jesus. So
I
it's
was like,
only like Ray on the first movie where she suddenly used the force and push and everything. Okay.
The chief complaint that I've heard from people is that they say the protagonist, I guess her name's like Kate or Katie, I guess they say her name like every 5 seconds. You know, it's just, that's the most annoying thing. It's like, okay, we know the bitch's name.
It's like the Star Wars thing, Ray, and she's right next to her.
It's like, shut up, dude.
Awareness. Aren't you guys hiding from stormtroopers? Didn't you just see Chewbacca exploded and he's like, Ray? And always wanting, God.
Speaking of Star Wars, did you see the gameplay footage from the new Star Wars game that came out? Oh my God.
Oh no, I can't play video game. So I'm the weird nerd that I will look up the lore behind the video games. So I will love to listen to like a 4-hour video explaining exactly what Halo is about or Dead Space. I can barely play Tetris.
Right. There's a really good scene that was just recently hit, like everything, because I guess there's like a bunch of stealth elements. The protagonist character for this is like this 90-pound girl, and doing the like Han, like trying to be totally Han Solo, but not. And literally this like clip of her like sneaking up behind a stormtrooper, a full-size stormtrooper, who is, according to lore specifics, stormtroopers have a capped height. Like they have a minimum height requirement of 1.8 meters, which is like right at 6 foot.
Oh yeah.
And she just like this little tiny thing, she sneaks up and like limp-wristed slaps this guy across the back of the helmet and knocks this guy fully armored out. And I'm sitting here going, what? The bitch can't do that.
Okay.
She's too small.
Okay, first of all,
right?
Do lightsabers kill you anymore or not? Because I am having mixed reviews. Apparently, everyone, it cauterizes, torso wounds, amazingly. Now there's light whips and oh my, the dumbest thing.
Apparently, lightsabers only work whenever the plot requires them to work. Otherwise, it's completely hit or miss. Because I mean, we've seen how many examples right now of like people that get completely run through with a lightsaber and they're perfectly fine. And then we literally get to see one character in, okay, that's disturbing. I didn't want to see that. Like one
That
character,
is me, aged 19.
What are you?
Well, that has officially seen more of you than I ever wanted to see, Nick.
Were you auditioning for? No, that's too bad. It's 2 hours.
I honest to God thought that was like like Gary Oldman for a second.
I was like, are you auditioning for that movie with the girl in the red coat, but everything else was black and white?
Yep.
Well, that derailed the conversation, but okay.
Yeah, I told you I was 6'4" and just over 140 pounds, and I had this photo shoot with the School of Photography something because
sure.
I was not naked. I was not naked.
I say needed a little extra money for college. Gotcha. Okay, totally understand.
It was $20 is $20.
Here. Hey.
I can't say. I've been a croquis model as well back in the day. I mean, $20 is $20. I need to get through school, and I didn't need a pole for it. And
You didn't?
I know I sure look naked, but the shadows are hiding that I had a thong.
All right.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for. Yeah.
Can we talk about how Newsy News has pretty much just been smexy Olympic talks? And if I ever have to see a Frenchman in a Speedo again, although I do, isn't it cold when you're out of the water in a Speedo? I think the French are cheating. Well, there was a full-blown baked baguette in one of their Speedos for the divers. And
but as Rowan Atkinson says, if you're going to put a potato in your trunks, it should be in the front.
You know, unless it's Germany, and then put it in the back. Mo is not allowed to go to Germany anymore.
Oh, you know what? My chat has been really generous, and I think I'm going to put in another one off the wheel of because I have 20 starred super chats, gifted memberships, and everything.
Boy.
I think I can do this.
Sorry, I had to go take a phone call. My dad called me.
It's a sour shot, and I don't have the glass for it. What is sour shot? It is this sour cola.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I don't have a glass here for it. So cheers.
You guys know I tried to find gas station Boone's Farm wine, but I wasn't going to pay $9 for Boone's Farm. I was like, screw you gas, I'm going home. I was like, I have my own cheap booze at home. I'm not buying Boone's Farm.
Right.
Now that fucking thing is like putting one of the, the super sour candy.
Oh, yeah.
But then, after a while, it gets bearable. Yeah. I might have taken a bit big of a swig.
Yeah, well, as a person who's tried Malort, that never mellows out, and I still am still pretty sure that should be listed on the Geneva somewhere in the Nuremberg trials, somewhere like right in the Geneva Convention. Malort should be saved for those among us who have done wrong.
Now, I have forgot to do this, so let's just go from the beginning of the super chats. Ted Skovranek, YSL next song needs to be about Yentas. I agree. Rome Street says, nice! Thank you. The homie. You all go show up to court for Kayla if she gets called like all the lawyers showed up for Steele. If I'm there on the 14th, I will. Moses Dupree, gotta support the beard. Thank you. Wins, who knows how many Brady violations have happened? We have no idea. Garrett says export was 1, illegal to have, 2, had coercion in Brady, and 3, was covered up. Yacht will protect Lamville. Defense needs to attack DAs only. Thank you. All about the shade. How do you think it will go if Love takes Hilton's place questioning Woody? Worse. Much worse. Because Hilton is going on a vacation.
Oh.
Which leaves Hilton with questioning Woody. Yeah, that won't go well. Nicalia Scott. If you go back to when Mr. Steele first made a verbal motion to Glanville, he stated that he was told the court reporter was in and out of the room. Exactly. Woody was on stand when defense did not have Brady. Yeah, exactly. But he's still on the stand. The defense still haven't had the option to cross-examine him. So that's still on the works. Order Swanson, leave Kenny Nash. He's a guest and he's fully entitled to have his opinion regardless of what others think. Kenny Nash, I love your show as well as the test of the panel. Thank you. He left a bit ago, but thank you. And Mahadi de Jesus, $70. Woohoo! My weekly set, a catnip set. I have no idea what that means, but thank you. CT Bennett respectfully said he don't belong with this group. I think he disagrees, but thank you for the super chat. Sarah Boone's prison hooch. Can we get a Santa Lost swoop and maybe the exclusive video of Fanny and Wade? Let's see, where was it? I already did it once, but my opinion on Fanny Willis might be that she's a
ho ho ho, says Santa Claus.
Yep. And for you who don't know, I have retrieved photographic evidence of Fanny Willis and Nathan Wade on the Aruba trip. And then Cat gifted 5 memberships. Snivels gifted 10 memberships. Love Nonna Creations gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Anthony for $20, man of his word. Yes, I am. Jerome Street for $10. Eyeing. Thank you. Lori, good work. Thank you. And John comment, how much of a super chat do I need to give to get a life-size print of that photo?
Oh,
no. And Sunday Dollar with a super sticker of a briefcase. Yay! Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. So that takes care of all of that. Thank you guys for all your generosity. That means, it means a lot. It really does. It really does. Oh, and Casper, my road trip channel, because due to YouTube's algorithm, I can't post pure road trip videos on my LawTube channel because then it would ruin my LawTube channel. So,
it's my channel. Damn it! Why the hell can't I post whatever?
Yeah, I know. I sectioned off. I've done a political channel because I know that some people don't want to talk politics. So I sectioned that off. And then I sectioned off, my fluffy to fitish channel. Look, I'm retaining some Mike and Ikes. We're going to work on it. But then it's like, oh, okay, wait, I have to post here, and here, and here. And how do I link all of these things? Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, could I just put all of my junk on my channel and, let people find what they want to find? But
yeah,
it's the algorithm.
Yeah. But I will be traveling. I will pin this my road trip channel because there is where I will put. Now, for members only, I will put up these as well. But if you want to watch it without being a member, it's my road trip channel. I will be traveling to the United States on August 7th. So I will shorts and videos and possibly the custom saying, what's that? And that will be shown more or less on my road trip channel, which is now pinned on the top of the chat.
Awesome. Awesome.
But I will do for members only. I will post things. And Houston has a courthouse that I will show. So has New Orleans. So has Montgomery. So has definitely Atlanta. There is my main focus. Delphi, definitely. And if Valhalla Awaits in Knoxville isn't a crime scene, it might be.
Just don't go to any kind of like bar or establishment without your passport and order a drink, because apparently you have to have your international ID and your passport to get a drink in Knoxville. Don't ask me. It was a thing. Yeah, some Valhalla almost went over the counter at a bartender because they wouldn't pour a drink for Baker.
Oh no!
So yeah,
now, I've heard from people that I when I have my hair in a ponytail and the cap on, I really look American. So but I do have an international driver's license and a passport and everything, so I should be done. And Dublin mug, super sticker with a pear saying cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.
I don't know how you do it. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm like, whew. I mean,
it's
do
almost
you wake up at 4?
Here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you do this because I'm like, whew. And I had a full thing of sangria. I mean, this is full regret wheel, not.
Yeah. Now, on noon today, I officially went on vacation.
Nice.
Yeah. So I won't be working Monday, Tuesday. I will be streaming Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is my travel day. I will be landing in Houston 2 p.m. And so I don't know how much I can do, but I will check into my hotel. I will be listening to the trial as much as all the hearings as much as I can. And then I will make a video or something once I reach the hotel. Thursday, Friday next week, I will be at the Matsuri convention. And I will still be listening in on the Young Thug trials. I will do both on my travel channel from the Matsuri convention. And on this channel, I will do content about the Young Thug trial. And then on the 12th, we'll be traveling towards New Orleans. My rental car is, by the way, a Ford Edge. So I'm so sorry. So I'm good.
So you're going to be editing America while you're
that
here.
free upgrade I already got, because through the company I did all this with, I got certain, rebate discount. So I upgraded directly. Instead of asking for a free upgrade and with the risk of not getting one, I will be going in a Ford Edge because my original car was a Ford Focus.
The thought of you in that tiny little car.
I could wear a Ford Focus as a backpack. It's a berry picker. I opened the trunk and it's a berry picker. I mean, seriously. Oh, by the way, for just about 3 hours, you have not seen this guy. Say hello to Mr. Jingles. Hello. This is Mr. Jingles. This is the happiest cat alive. He is so happy when I do this. He's absolutely with joy when I do this. He's absolutely beside himself. Look at this absolutely.
He's like, I will eat your fingers first when you're still somewhat conscious. Like before you die, I will start licking your eyeballs.
I did, Jan, I did not fart. Come on. It's my share. I mean, it's starting to creak. I mean, this is thanks to my audience. Let's see here. I bought this Diablo XL. Made 400 pound plus everything, but it kind of starts to creak after less than a month.
Oh.
That's the thing
Yeah.
with being a big dude. Things starts to creak. Phrasing.
I was just, it was a slow pitch and I was going to let it go over the plate. You didn't say anything.
Sylvia used to work for Hertz, so she's the one who has been providing me with pointers on what I should travel with.
Awesome.
And so, yeah, but I do believe that a Ford Edge is... Now, will I ask for upgrade? But what's an upgrade from a Ford Edge? I mean, a Ford 350? I mean, I wouldn't mind, but 1,700 mile drive through the United States. A Hummer. Okay.
Are we talking about the car?
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how all-inclusive the Hertz is. They might have the $20 is $20, mentality too. So
yep.
I say try your lucks. You'll miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I would say try it.
You didn't do enough hot tour to lubricate it during assembly stream.
Oh my God. I love this timeline. Everything has gone crazy, and our new cultural export is Huck to a girl.
Yeah. The supreme grifter the last month or so, the Huck to a girl. She just made that comment and she's been grifting ever since. I mean, she got 10 grand for being a judge at a beauty parlor. I mean, seriously. Good work. Good work.
Nick needs to give over his, Bishop of Grift, because I think we found, the Pope of Grift. I think he is I think he kind of got demoted from from Pope to Bishop, but I think now he has to go down to like Friar of Grift.
No, I can't be a friar. I'm not interested in kids. I mean,
well, I'm a recovering Catholic.
I went there, folks. I went there.
You see, the funniest part about the whole Huck Tua thing for me is watching all the people that are sitting there just like, okay, it's annoying, it's stupid, blah blah blah. Why are we still championing this? I'm like, every single one of you that's sitting there, getting your panties in a wad saying, oh, it's so stupid. You would be doing the same exact thing if you got your 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, hells yes. I would have
I would grift the shit out of that for all the money.
I'd have my own theme song. It'd be like, the Huck to a girl. And I'd just have them follow me around. I'd parlay it into a TLC, episodic. I would have a Lifetime movie, the Huck to a story, Judith Light. Meredith Baxter Burney co-starring.
If you're not going to take your 15 minutes of fame and grift the shit out of it, then what are you even doing with your life?
Yeah,
I know, and it would be a double bonus for me because it would be something lewd, and it would embarrass my mother.
Huck Tua, spit on that wall.
I'm gonna have such effed up dreams tonight.
I timed that just right to try and make him have a spit take.
Could that be considered attempted murder, just asking for a friend? Because I may make people choke a lot too, so I'm just asking if I'm legally liable.
I'm so sorry for Mr. Mo.
So am I, really.
Yeah.
He has to live with me.
It's unfortunate, right? I can't quite do my Elmo voice perfectly right now because my vocal cord's about a half an octave lower than usual. Yeah, because I had that sinus infection all this week. Everything's like kind of messed up. Although I could do a really good Sam Elliott right now.
That's good.
I don't do good impersonations. I mean, Shaggy? I don't know. No. All right, folks, we are turning into 3 hours, and I know that Jeff over at Legal Vices is doing Sarah Boone.
Ah.
Well, I mean, it's better than. I don't know. I'd probably pay $1 to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if that was the lineup.
No, I have the option of asking you if you grift $25 within a few minutes. I will keep going, or I could grift through. If you don't throw me $30, I will show what's her face. Who I usually threaten with.
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace. If you don't pull out $30, I will show Nancy Grace for you. But not this stream, because people have been really, really generous. So I will not.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
But for you who just became
the Mo story.
Yeah, for you who just became members at 7:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the racehorse I own a 1% cut in is making her second race, which I will stream live to members only.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is it just okay, this is going to sound dumb, but is it just a around the circle race, or does she jump through like edges?
No, just around the circle. It's a Monte Trotter. And so she, Cosmic Creation, will make her second start under new management after a lot of people bought her. And so if you just became a member, you have the option to watch it live or at replay. If you really want to see it, then become a member. It's $3 a month, and you get all the members-only content, including, but not limited to, Cosmic Creation. I will be sending you all off to Jeff over at Legal Vices doing the Sarah Boone thing. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mo in the Deep End. Go subscribe to Mo in the Deep End. Thank you, Kaiser Pineapple. You all really need to go subscribe to him. And folks, hug your family. Unless your family's shit, screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. And I will be sending you off with a song of Fanny the Corrupt. Thank you for being here. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Stalking through the halls of justice, a Viking lawyer with a scornful grin, mocking the prosecutor funny for stealing from the poor.